an Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Yo! It's a summer Friday, even though it's technically not summer, it feels like it. And it is getting hot in here. The New York Knicks with a chance to take a commanding 2-0 lead tonight in Texas. We got a lot of Knicks talk, including I listen more and more to the Spurs and the Knicks both talk individually. The more you hear them talk, the more you should be confident that the Knicks are going to win this series. We'll explain that as the show rolls on. A lot of Knicks talk will get you set. Game 2 tonight, of course, down in Texas. But late last night, maybe after you went to sleep, we got the diagnosis on Aaron Judge. And yesterday was a very stressful day because throughout the day, there were reports based on who Judge was meeting with doctor-wise that there was a real threat that this was going to be thoracic outlet syndrome, which a caller brought up 2 days ago.
Right.
And we were like, is that really a thing?
Maybe.
Maybe, I guess.
It feels like it's coming out of nowhere, but it's not quite thoracic outlet syndrome, but it is something similar in that he has a stress fracture in his right upper rib. Now, that rib is up near your collarbone, so it feels like your ribs are down here where your belly is. It actually goes all the way up to your collarbone. And so that's why he's getting shoulder pain. And the problem with the stress fracture is that you can't really determine when it's going to heal. Like some guys heal fast, some guys heal slow, and you don't know. It's why when you get there, the prognosis, it's 4 to 6 weeks, and then reevaluate.
Right. So it doesn't mean he's back in 4 to 6 weeks. It means we're going to reevaluate this, and just based on his body, it may have healed, it may not heal. It was weird last night because I can't say it was good news because it's not, as we'll go through, the uncertainty of an injury like this. But it's obviously not the worst news because the worst news would have been thoracic outlet syndrome, which could really cause the end of your career. Like it's serious business, and it would have ended his season. And so the Yankee fan would have been dealing with a very different reality today if they were just put out of their misery with thoracic outlet syndrome, which is very serious, and he would have needed surgery, and we weren't going to see him again this season. So I guess based on that possibility, when you got the news last night or earlier this morning, your reaction as a Yankee fan could be like, okay, it's not as bad as that, but it's also not good because of what you just laid out. Like, he is shut down for 4 to 6 weeks. All right, well, let's do the math. What's 4 to 6 weeks from today? That means he will be reevaluated between July 2nd and July 16th. So that's the 4 to 6 week window.
Right.
Then they're going to image him again and see if it's healed. If it's healed, which is the best case scenario, maybe he then starts baseball activities. In the best case scenario, if he then starts baseball activities, starts to swing a bat, starts to throw a baseball, goes on a rehab assignment, you're probably still looking at another month. So the best case scenario is August.
Mid-August.
If he's not healed, now you're talking later than that, which could mean the season, which is why they're not out of the woods yet. It just isn't as bad as what it could have been.
Yeah. No, I think the diagnosis is positive because it gives you that mentality that we always have with Giancarlo Stanton. You know, get hurt at some point, soft tissue, nothing terminal. It's not going to miss the season. We know you're going to be back, and you're going to rake for us in October. That's the Giancarlo Stanton mentality. And now with Aaron Judge, you almost have to start thinking like that. You almost have to start thinking, how do we stay afloat? Who replaces his production? Nobody's going to fully replace it, but what combination of guys, whether it's Spencer Jones coming up, I know Jason Dominguez is starting his rehab assignment down in AAA or maybe in AA, I don't even know. Today, actually, with his shoulder injury. Is it Ahmad Rosario can play right field? Max Schumann has been out there as well. So it's like, who can collectively replace him until he gets right and then he comes back healthy, hopefully refreshed, and rakes for you in the postseason. That's unfortunately the mentality you got to start thinking about with Aaron Judge. Right now.
You have to have, and I use this mentality a lot when guys get hurt. You have to forget they exist. Yes. I've done that with Francisco Lindor in the Mets, and then wake me up when he's close. And then you could factor him into the cavalry coming back.
By the way, is he close?
Well, I don't know. And I forgot about him. I take my own advice when I say that. You have to do that with Aaron Judge. Now, here's the good news. If this was 2023, because it happened in 2023, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Judge, and I remember saying this at the time, was the most valuable of valuable players. The Yankees relied on Aaron Judge to a point and a level like I've never seen before in baseball. Baseball's not a one-man sport. This is not the NBA. This is not the equivalent of Wemby going down tonight for San Antonio or Jalen Brunson going down for the Knicks. In baseball, you can win sometimes without your best player. Ask the Braves when they won a championship without Ronald Acuna Jr. But Aaron Judge, during that 22, 23, 24 run, was so far and away. I'll take out 24 because of Soto, but 22 and 23 run was the most valuable of valuable players. And so losing him was a death sentence. And I put this stat out yesterday. I sent it over to Big Mac the other day as well. How have the Yankees fared without Aaron Judge? It's a fair question. So far this year, they're 1-2, not much of a sample size.
Right.
In 2025, 5-6, not a big sample size, but not great. 2024, very small sample size, 2-2. They also had Soto. The year before that, 2023, they were 25-33. Mm-hmm. They were a bad team. 8 games under 500 ain't good. You go back further, again, smaller sample sizes, 3-6 and 9-9. They have struggled without Aaron Judge, and it makes complete sense because he was and has been the most valuable of valuable players. The good news I come to you with is twofold. Number one, and don't take this as an insult, the American League sucks. The Rays have lost 8 out of 10. Who knows how good they truly are?
Right. What are they, half a game now above the Yankees?
Yeah. Like the Yankees play 500 baseball till August. They're probably still in a playoff spot. In fact, I'll take it a step further. If the Yankees play 500 baseball the rest of this season, there's a really good chance they make the playoffs anyway. Mm-hmm. 500.
I mean, hell, they could win the division.
I wouldn't fully bet on that, but sure. You're right.
I'm just saying. No, it's not like Boston is acquitting themselves, or I guess Baltimore's playing a little bit better, but the Rays have started to falter. The Blue Jays are kind of still hanging around, but none of them feel threatening.
You know why you may be right about that? If the Yankees played 500 ball the rest of the season, they'd win 87 games. And I think 87 games to win the American League East is it's possible. I wouldn't bet on it, but it's possible. So number one, the league sucks. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Number two, and this is the most important part, your supporting cast is far better than what it was 3 years ago when Aaron Judge went down.
We think it is.
No. It is.
We'll see.
No, it is. You want me to give you numbers?
You could give me all the numbers you want. We'll see. Aaron Judge has been in that lineup with those guys.
No. Forget numbers. I'll give you human beings' names, and then you can decide for yourselves. In 2023, who was their second best offensive player? Stats back it up, but you just tell me. Who was their second best offensive player?
Was it Anthony Rizzo?
Was it Anthony Rizzo? It was not Anthony Rizzo.
Oh,
Anthony Rizzo had a 706 OPS. He sucked. He wasn't very good. Yeah, you could try again, though.
Dude, these years again have blended together.
I'll just tell you then. No, their second best player was Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres had 25 home runs, drove in 68 runs, had an 800 OPS.
That's not a high mountain.
And let me make this clear. He was far and away their second best hitter. After that, and again, it depends on what stat you want to look at, it probably was DJ LeMahieu, who hit 243 with a 718 OPS. That was their second best offensive player with Judge out. That's who we're talking about. Giancarlo Stanton that year hit 191 with a 695 OPS in 101 games. So I'll make this very clear for you. The New York Yankees, outside of Aaron Judge in 2023, dumpster fire. That's why they were 8 games under 500. And I'm not even getting into the pitching because y'all know the pitching's good. How about this year's offense? What if I told you Aaron Judge hasn't even been their best offensive player?
No, it's been Ben Rice.
It's been either Ben Rice or Cody Bellinger.
Right.
There have been 2 guys.
And Goldie's been pretty damn good, too.
Not too bad. There are 2 guys, statistically, who have been pretty much better than Aaron Judge this season. So when we think about life without Aaron Judge and think about life without Aaron Judge 3 years ago and how it was a death sentence to their season, I cannot stress it enough. And again, haven't even talked about the pitching. You guys know that. Look at the lineup. So the Yankees are more than equipped to deal with this kind of brutal injury as compared to 2023. I've given you the names. I've given you the facts. I've given you the numbers. How do you retort that?
So I will just say this, with all due respect, Evan, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I think you're looking at this from the different perspective. I don't believe that this is a death sentence to the Yankees the way it was the 2023 Yankees. I think a lot of the facts backing it up. But that's not what we should be looking at here. We shouldn't be looking at this on whether it's a death sentence to the Yankees to not have Aaron Judge. What we should be looking at this as, you mentioned the weak American League. You mentioned Ben Rice, Cody Bellinger, Jazz Chisholm. Obviously, 2 guys, and Dominguez coming back eventually. Spencer Jones called up that Brian Cashman refused to trade the last couple of years. This is now a Brian Cashman team without its star.
But they were pretty
And
good.
as much as Aaron Judge has struggled, you pitch to an entire lineup differently when Aaron Judge is in it. There is quite literally no excuse for the New York Yankees missing Aaron Judge for perhaps 3 months this season to not win this American League East based on where they are now at the time Judge is leaving and based on where the roster is. If they do not win the American League East, I don't want to hear it's not as bad as it was in 2023. That is a malpractice failure in roster building by Brian Cashman. This team should be good enough to still go win and probably be the top seed in the American League this year. And if it is not, I am tired of hearing how great Brian Cashman is at his job. This is nut-cutting
You
job.
couldn't wait to go after Brian
Because
Cashman,
it's the
could
truth,
you?
Tiki, because this is the
But
litmus
why?
test now.
Look, he put a good team together. He put a really good team
You're
together
right.
this year.
He did.
The
But
pitching
let's-
staff has been fantastic. Obviously, they've had some couple of bad outings, but that's neither here nor there. The lineup is fuller than it's ever been.
But now we'll
You're
really
actually
see.
getting some of the young guys that are coming up and playing. You find a Jose Caballero out of nowhere, it feels like, and he's such a contributor, whether he's got to play
right.
shortstop or third base. Or hell, now he might even play some right field, right? I think Brian Cashman has put together a pretty damn good roster this year.
Again, I agree, but we all think that. Let's see if it's actually true without Aaron Judge. Let's see. Because if it's not, then again, this was all smoke and mirrors that Aaron Judge covers up a lot of flaws just by having a presence in there.
Aaron Judge covered up a lot of flaws over the last half decade.
Yes.
Those numbers and the Yankees' record basically proves that. I'm here to tell you that in 2026, as much as this sucks, and there's no sugarcoating that it sucks for Aaron Judge. It stinks for all of us. He's a great player. He's putting together and has authored some historical seasons. So it's terrible that the Yankee fan who pays top dollar to go to Yankee Stadium doesn't get to see Aaron Judge take 4 at-bats.
Right.
It's awful. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that, but you've got to move on because it's team sports. And when I look at this team, they are so far and away better equipped to deal with this than they did 3 years ago. Now, you want to put the hammer down on Brian Cashman and say, you better win the division. I don't know if they're going to win the division. I know they'll be a playoff team. And then what's really going to determine things, it's kind of like the Knicks. Let's bring it back to the New York Knickerbockers.
Always does.
How was their regular season? And does it matter?
Different sport, but yes.
It is, but it isn't. Because if the Yankees are healthy at the right time, and I don't know if Aaron Judge will be, that's the scary part about an injury like this. There's a lot of uncertainty. And then is he affected? Does he struggle? There's a million questions. But if Aaron Judge comes back, let's say in September, and Max Fried comes back, let's say in September, I believe the Yankees are well built enough to be in a playoff position by that time. And if those guys are healthy when it matters, then what the hell has changed between then and now? Or the pre-injury expectations? The Yankees would still be equipped to go on an October run that'll be determined by the same questions you had back in March.
Yeah.
Is Aaron Judge going to show up in October?
Well, yeah, and you've got to believe that he is. At least that's how you have to start thinking about it.
He'll be fresh.
He'll be fresh. It's like a deadline trade acquisition.
Yeah, right.
After the trade deadline acquisition, and then Giancarlo Stanton also coming back. I'm not even going to say it because it'll sound ridiculous to say that they're better off to have him weather this now than obviously later in the season. But you know what I mean. This team should be equipped, and this is to Sean's point. It should be equipped to withstand this. Now they're playing differently, obviously. Ben Rice is still going to probably hit 45 home runs this year, but they're not leading a league from this point on in home runs. They have to win differently.
I agree. Are they going to score as many runs without Aaron Judge? No. Are they going to win as many games without Aaron Judge? No. What I'm merely telling you is look at the roster, look at the performance. They are far and away better equipped to deal with this injury than they were 3 years ago.
Yes.
And I have every reason to believe in a weak American League with the roster that they have, this is still a playoff team. It is. It doesn't mean today and yesterday doesn't suck. Aaron Judge being out is bad news for everybody.
Right.
Nobody loves that. But this is not a death sentence. And if you take it as a death sentence, either you're just an incredibly negative fan or you're not looking at the facts. The facts are the Yankees relied on Aaron Judge in 23 and 22 at an insane level that honestly, as a baseball fan, I'd never seen before. Like when he won the MVP, to me, he was the most valuable of MVPs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he was the most. I think one of the arguments I made back then was he was the most valuable of MVPs maybe I've ever seen in the history of baseball, which is not only a compliment to Judge, but also an indictment on the rest of the roster.
Right.
Because I just went through it, what that roster was in 23 and go back to 22. That's not them anymore. Like Jazz Chisholm is pretty good.
Chisholm.
Cody Bellinger is really good. Ben Rice is having an MVP season. Those names I just mentioned, they weren't doing that 3 years ago. Right. They didn't have that 3 years ago. Again, their second best player in 2023 offensively was Gleyber Torres. Their next best offensive player was DJ LeMahieu, and he was already washed.
And I don't even remember what the pitching staff was, but it wasn't this.
Of course, and I didn't even mention that because you know why?
But that matters.
Of course it matters, and I think we all know that. And so it's not even worth saying. It's the offense that you don't even realize, and that's why.
Well, I mean, it does matter when you're going to have days like we saw yesterday where the Yankees, while winning the game 2-1, and they got a pretty good start from Carlos Rodon, sometimes aren't going to score runs.
Sure.
They're going to win 2-1 or 3-2 or whatever the heck it's going to be. And they're not getting there by bludgeoning you to death by hitting 4 home runs in a game. They're going to have to do it playing smart baseball, being great on the fielding side of this thing, but also manufacturing runs. You heard this earlier on the morning show. You're hearing people talking about it now. The Yankees are going to have to start relying on small ball. I don't know if that's necessarily absolutely true, but they are going to have to win differently. And that's a fact without Aaron Judge.
No doubt.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, the bottom of the Yankee order, whether it's Austin Wells from the catching position, Ryan McMahon, yes, he has the big hit yesterday, and he's had his moments. Trent Grisham, who goes in and out of having his moments. Like, the bad of the Yankee lineup is as bad as 2023. The problem is they have more depth.
Well, that matters.
But my point is, most nights, to Tiki's point, this is still an offense that's going to score 1 to 2 runs a night, and that's not good enough in today's league. And that is the fingerprints of Brian Cashman.
I'm very confused by you. I think I've made my opinion very clear, which is this injury sucks, but the Yankees are far and away better equipped to deal with this than they were 3 years ago. It feels like your opinion is just crapping on Brian Cashman.
They were pretty
basically, they better win or else Cashman sucks and I want him fired. Is that your overall view?
Much. Here's the thing. I'm looking at this as an opportunity. I'm looking at this as an opportunity to end debate. It's a cracking knuckles moment. The American League, Evan, the steel lines that have been talked about that tonight sucks.
Oh, you agree with that?
It sucks.
You don't take that personal this time.
To me, that's a bigger argument than Brian Cashman's built a bigger team. But my point is, you mentioned 87 wins. I'm not looking to just skate by and figure this out and get in the playoffs. Home field, all that stuff still matters. The Yankees roster, if Brian Cashman did the job we thought he did, and we've discussed the reasons why, should still win the division. If they do not, circle this date and look back at Aaron Judge's injury and realize Brian Cashman is not worthy of this job.
So this is where I will disagree with you. When you lose your best player, and the Yankees have lost their best player for a significant amount of time. Yeah. It's not going to be 4 to 6 weeks. It's longer than that. How long is it? We're going to find out. I'm sure we'll do a guessing game at some point today to try to guess on when he comes back. When you lose your best player, my bar has now been moved to, can I just get through the regular season where I'm in the playoffs? Like, yeah, I know we've talked a lot, Tiki, about winning the division and being the number 1 seed and how it's kind of been the history of the Aaron Boone era that when they have home field advantage, they win 100% of the time. When they don't, it's more of a struggle. And yeah, so I understand the value of that, but I'm also being realistic to say, when I lose my best player, just get me to the playoffs. And hopefully I'm healthy at the right time and I get hot at the right time. I don't look at it as if the Yankees don't win the division now without Aaron Judge for 2 months, boy, that Brian Cashman's a moron, get rid of him. I think that's extreme.
Yeah.
I'm looking at surviving it and making the postseason, and then if I'm healthy at the right time, the way the Knicks are healthy at the right time, the way they're clicking at the right time, then who cares about that other stuff?
Aren't you, over the Brian Cashman hate? Aren't you over that?
I'm trying to be over it.
Why bring it up today? Why bring it up today when Aaron Judge is the biggest issue? You couldn't wait to go after Brian Cashman.
Because I'm not a hypocrite. You bring it up today because if you bring it up and the next 3 months go bad, then it looks back and, well, why didn't you bring this up when Judge went down? I'm bringing it up because I want to be wrong. I want this to prevail, and I want everybody to point back at this date and go, see, Sean, Cashman spiked it in your face. Look at the team he put together. I am putting the alarm bells up.
You're such a weird fan.
We're talking about the Tampa Bay Rays, the under 500 Jays. The Yankees, without Aaron Judge, have spent more than enough money and held on to more than enough prospects than past years when they didn't make trades to amplify those teams, that those guys as a core should be enough to win this freaking division and be the top seed in the American League without Aaron Judge. I'll be damned. And if they don't, I don't want to hear, well, they were the 6th seed. What'd you expect? Judge got hurt. What I expected was to go win the damn division.
Suck it! We'll get to your calls next. 888-808-1019. And Knicks fans, there's a lot of good coming out of the last 24 hours, including a feud in San Antonio that could derail the Spurs before this series even really gets heated. We'll get into that issue coming up and your calls on Judge, on the Knicks, 888-808-1019. It is time for the Yankee turning point of the game. The first call to correctly identify yesterday's turning point at 866-540-WFAN. You'll receive a $100 Wendy's gift card. It's from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great, even late at Wendy's. And your flagship station for New York Yankee baseball, The Fan.
Before you push harder, understand better. At HSS, performance assessments go beyond standard fitness testing. VO2 max, body composition, movement analysis, and more, interpreted through a clinical lens to give you a clear, personalized roadmap for performance today and longevity over time. This is where medicine meets movement, guided by expertise from the #1 team in orthopedics. Book your assessment at HSS Hudson Yards. Visit hss.edu/movement to learn more.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program is brought to you by Bet365.
This is Stories from the Pitch, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Give your yard its own moment with new limited time deals from Lowe's.
Maracana. Extra time. Germany versus Argentina. Lionel Messi, chasing the ghost of Maradona, had carried Argentina here. Now he was running on fumes. Andre Schürrle drove down the left, swung it across. Mario Götze, 22 years old, just brought on, chested it down with his left, volleyed it across his body with his right. Goalkeeper Sergio Romero couldn't reach it. Germany won, Argentina 0. Coach Yogi Löw told Götze before sending him on, "Show the world you're better than Messi." Germany, world champions for the 4th time, the first European nation to win in the Americas. Götze became immortal. Football is a few seconds sometimes.
Stay tuned to this Odyssey station for more Stories from the Pitch.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
As the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026, Bank of America knows how much hard work it takes to achieve a dream. So when it comes to owning a home, we're here to help. Get guidance and resources to buy a home you love, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Alrighty, folks, it's Father's Day, and it's coming up. It's right around the corner. If you don't know what to get, listen up, because this is a great gift. I've been using the Chef IQ Sense wireless meat thermometer. It connects right to your phone and tells you exactly when your food is done. So when you're not standing around guessing anymore, no under or over cooking, no checking every 2 minutes. It will just make cooking so much easier and your food so much better. Go to chefiq.com and use code word BOOMER for 40% off site-wide. That's chefiq.com, code word BOOMER. Homer.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21, please drink responsibly.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong?
I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code MONEY to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money, so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code MONEY to borrow up to $10,000. Use code MONEY to borrow up to $10,000.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
Hey Yankees fans, join us at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, June 20th as we celebrate Aaron Judge winning the 2025 American League Most Valuable Player Award. It's Aaron Judge MVP Bobblehead Day, presented by T-Mobile. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will receive a special bobblehead commemorating Judge's MVP season. The Yankees take on the Cincinnati Reds Saturday, June 20th. Get your tickets now at Yankees.com/tickets.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey. If you're in the trade, you already know the name Cooper Electric. They've been supporting contractors across the Northeast with supplies, inventory, and expertise to get the job done right and on time. And this summer, don't miss Milwaukee Tool events happening at Cooper Electric locations. Come out to an event or stop by Cooper Electric to check out the latest tools and great Milwaukee deals. Visit cooper-electric.com. Check the calendar and find the event near you. Cooper Electric and Milwaukee Tool, built for the trades.
It's the road ahead, brought to you by the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Visit your local Kia dealer today. The team from the Bronx continues its homestand against arch rival Boston before heading back out on the road to face Cleveland, followed by Toronto.
It's a Yingling thing. Watching the grill like it's the championship game. Yelling at the ref as if he can hear you. Sipping a Yingling traditional lager and feeling like the MVP. Brewing America's lager for nearly 200 years.
Get your Yingling lager at Harvest on Fort Pond in Montauk, Jack Doyle's on West 35th Street, or Bailey's Smokehouse in Blauvelt. Yingling lager, an ice-cold tradition, ready to be poured. Enjoy a Yingling today.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
Yep. So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
Yeah, and now at Staples, save 40% on custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, banners, and more.
Big news! Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. In 613, exclusions apply.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Last night, the Carolina Hurricanes came back from 2-0 down late in the third period to win 4-3 in overtime, even the Stanley Cup final a game apiece. Yankees salvaged Game 3 of their series with the Guardians with a 2-1 win, and it was Carlos Rodon's best start of the season. The news, though, continues to be that Aaron Judge will get re-imaging in 4 to 6 weeks with a stress fracture.
Tell me if you think this could be a huge deal for the San Antonio Spurs, who are already in a 1-0 hole to your New York Knicks. Yesterday, a video was put out on social media by a fan. A fan made a video mocking De'Aaron Fox's fourth quarter performance and overall performance by comparing it to James Harden. In the video, it says De'Aaron Fox was honoring James Harden with a Harden stat line.
Wow.
And there was a rap song behind it that took a shot at James Harden, but again, connected to De'Aaron Fox. Dylan Harper, who did not play much of that fourth quarter, liked the video and retweeted the video before rescinding his like and his retweet.
Maybe he didn't listen and just liked the rap song. He wasn't paying attention to the actual content.
No.
Or maybe he's like, you are garbage.
Well, I had two thoughts. And this is actually one of those athlete topics that you do have a tough time relating to because there was no social media back then. Two thoughts about this. Number one, this is a child who's pissed off at his coach, pissed off at De'Aaron Fox, and is just naturally upset he wasn't on the floor in the fourth quarter. Remember, Dylan Harper in the first half of this game was probably the best player on the floor,
no doubt,
including any Knick and any Spur.
Yep.
So the typical childish, amateurish, kind of bush use of social media, which I think is everyone's first impression. But my second impression, and this is what the Spur fan better pray for, is that they're boys, and he's screwing around. And De'Aaron Fox, who was called Unk by him, and he didn't like being called Unk, but it seemed like it was kind of like fun, like they're having a good time. Is it possible that they're boys and that De'Aaron Fox gets a laugh at it, the way Josh Hart sticks his finger near Jalen Brunson's derriere?
Maybe, but we don't feel that because we don't feel like there's a history for them to be boys. Maybe they are.
Dylan's a rookie.
Yeah, exactly.
De'Aaron's making $45 million a year.
Exactly. So who knows? But it's not. It's a quick bond if it is, because they've only been there together for 8 months or something like that. So perhaps it is that. But if it is that, then why delete it? Because as soon as you delete something, you are admitting I was wrong for posting it. So he should have just left it.
So you think this could be a problem for San Antonio?
I mean, it could be. I mean, it's De'Aaron Fox. I mean, I don't even know what his career's been like, to be honest with you.
De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
He had a pretty good career with Sacramento. There were thoughts on the Knicks trading for him years ago, the Nets trading for him years ago. He gets traded to the Spurs for a lot, gets a ton of money. He's a good player.
Yep.
He had a horrible game one. He's dealing with a high ankle sprain. Very solid NBA player. You want to say he's overpaid? Everyone's overpaid these days.
Right.
But are they in the NBA Finals? Did they have the regular season success without De'Aaron Fox? The answer is probably no. Dylan Harper is an emerging superstar who shouldn't have been on the Spurs, but was handed to them. He should be somewhere else, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, was that a quick synopsis?
That was a very quick synopsis.
The question for Knicks fans looking ahead to Game 2 is,
I don't think
is
it means
this,
anything for the Knicks.
You don't think this could be Kevin Durant using a burner count and burning the Rockets down?
No, and I don't even know if it matters.
Okay,
because look, they're gonna take the physicality of the Knicks and they're gonna surpass it and play great, or they're gonna crumble because they're young and don't know how to handle what the Knicks are throwing their way.
Got a lot more on Knicks Spurs coming up, including hearing from a lot of key Spur players and the Knicks, and what they said leads me to have more confidence in the Knicks than I even had yesterday. Let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. We're about to get the conclusion to a very interesting story because over the last few days, we've heard from a gentleman named Rick who has called in to politely beg Tiki Barber to call a funeral home and tell the funeral home to cancel a funeral because the funeral was taking place during Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and this gentleman's wife was making a speech. The game happened. Let's find out what happened with Rick in Queens. Rick, how'd it go?
Rick.
Tiki, you cost me so much money.
What? Money?
I want to get to that. First of all, though, I want to start by saying I want the Knicks organization to play the Smurfs music when they introduce San Antonio because the music that they played for the Knicks, I think that pissed the Knicks off.
Right.
But anyway, now I'm going to get to my situation. Okay, we took two separate cars going there because she was going to go over to Lois's house afterwards. Okay, oops, I shouldn't have said her name, but anyway,
it's all good.
Now I know I'm dead, but anyway, she's going to go over to her house afterwards. Okay, so we get in there, and as soon as I walked in, I saw the funeral director, and I said, excuse me, what's the Wi-Fi, password? He said, if you're interested in the game, don't worry. I got it on I'm going to have it on in the office.
Get out.
Okay, I have the TV screen that I show people what the funeral could be like, or whatever the case is. So that's great. One of the other guys that came to the funeral was just like me, didn't want to be there, what have you. And the two guys that are now going to transport the body down to the South after the funeral's over. Anyway, I showed my face in there, I stayed there, and then we went into the office. It was really great setup. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go back and watch the second game tonight at the funeral home. Anyway.
How did your wife do? We got to get that part in.
No. Tiki, let me tell you something. This is why you owe me so much. Honest to goodness. Wifey is doing the speech, and just when she said, because I wasn't in the room, I was watching the game at this point in time, just when she says, let's take a moment to think about Mike. Oh, God, I said the name too. Okay, let's take a moment to think about a beautiful memory of Mike. It's just when the game started and Brunson hit the three-pointer. Okay, so one of the guys that's transporting the body is screaming, "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?" It's going through now. The door for the funeral is right across from where the office is. So the whole place is quiet. They didn't hear that. Okay, so I find this out afterwards. After she screamed, that's a whole other story. So then, after all of that's over, we're watching the game. The people are leaving. They're leaving the funeral, and all of a sudden, she comes in and she's like, "I need the guys to take the body out." And we're like, okay, we're right in the middle of the Knicks doing a run, and she's like, okay, I need them to take. I'm like, relax, he's not going anyplace. Okay, I lost my mind. His wife was there, and so she was pissed off about that. And then afterwards, she's like, we're going to talk when we get home. And then all of a sudden, the guy from Gino's, because I ordered some pizza, the guy from Gino's comes up and like, Rick, Rick, I need the order, Rick. And so then wifey looks at me and says, and you ordered pizza on top of it? I'm done. So I'm on my way over to Roosevelt Field to buy some jewelry and what have you. And it's all because Tiki, you're my guy.
Now I get it.
I was trying to figure out how you
money for the jewelry. I got it.
It was a long story, but it was entertaining. Like, where does Tiki owe money?
I know.
He owes apology money to his wife.
That's right. I mean, that happens. Sometimes it makes up for it. Because it's not terminal to your marriage. But
it shouldn't be.
No.
Like, she has to understand it's game one of the NBA Finals.
It's not going to happen again.
No.
So,
well, you never know. You never know. Hopefully no one dies in the next week and a half before this series is complete.
Thanks for entertaining us on a tertiary level there.
There you go, yeah. I like that he ordered pizza, too. It's like, screw it. We're watching the game at a funeral home. Let's go all the way with it.
Right.
Steve is down in Florida. What's up, Steve?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call.
What's up, dude?
Let me preface this by saying I am not a Brian Cashman fan, and I do legitimately love Sean. I really do. But I got to be honest, he sounds like a little bit of a hypocrite this morning because for 2 months, all we've heard is 98 Yankees, 98 Yankees, 98 Yankees. Brian Cashman built the 98 Yankees, and now all of a sudden he hates them again.
That's actually a really good point.
I feel nothing but 98 vibes.
How could you in one breath and really for the last few months say, hey, guys, this reminds me of the 98 Yankees, and then immediately when a guy gets hurt, say Brian Cashman's a moron? He built the 98 Yankees, and last check, the 98 Yankees wasn't built on one player.
I need you to do me a favor when you get home. And I think Steve should do the same when he gets home from wherever he is. I need you to go get a couple Q-tips, and I need you to clean out your ears. Because I didn't say that Brian...
I feel nothing but 98 vibes.
In fact, I agreed with you guys, but I just heightened the alert of this better come to fruition because if not, I don't want to hear it. I never said that they won't win the division. I never said that this roster isn't much better. All I was saying was raising the alarm bells of there is no excuse now and we can end the Brian Cashman debate forever, in which I even uttered into the words... I pray I was wrong all along about Brian Cashman.
So you want the debate to end?
Yes, I want this to be proof.
You want to be wrong about Brian Cashman.
Yeah.
So then now you can champion him for the rest of your life.
I want this injury to turn into proof that Brian Cashman was really good at his job in building his team.
So what you are saying is if the Yankees win the division, and this is without knowing how much time Judge misses, we know at the bare minimum it's going to be 2 months just based on the update. That if the Yankees win the division this year, you, Sean Morash, are done criticizing Brian Cashman?
Yes.
Okay.
Just the division.
That's just the division.
Just the
the
division.
division.
And you're done. You've retired from bashing Brian Cashman, at least for a long period of time.
Because how could you deny that? You still won a division without the MVP being out multiple months. It told me you used all your resources, all the guys young. Like, yes.
Now, I ask you this. On June 5th, 2026, upon getting the news of the uncertainty around Aaron Judge, will the New York Yankees win the division?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
And Ben Rice
The
is gonna
New
win
York
MVP.
Yankees.
All right.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Actually, this just came to me.
What?
Does Gio owe Boomer like $10,000 now?
No, he should owe him $10,000. But so for those that are not aware, a couple of weeks ago, Boomer made an offhand comment about Ben Rice hitting more home runs than Aaron Judge this season. And Gio, emotionally disagreeing with him, which most of us did, said, "I'd bet you $10,000 you're wrong." Now, my fear for Gio was Aaron Judge could get hurt. I would never make a bet like that, even if I agreed with him.
But isn't that part of the contingency of the bet?
Well, so here's the problem, Teak. I don't think there should have been a contingency. They, a day later, did agree to a 130-game minimum.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Which Judge is not hitting, so the bet is dead. The bet is over. Now, they made a deal. I respect it. When that bet was made, if I was Boomer, I would have said there are no contingencies. A part of that is the uncertainty of Aaron Judge. But
there has to be a contingency because the only way it's an interesting bet is if Ben Rice and Aaron Judge, even though they're not going head-to-head, are going head-to-head.
I get you.
Are challenged by one another to be the biggest home run hitter.
But okay, can I give you a caveat to this? I'm going to give you an example. I was listening to Tommy last night, and Tommy said, like, very confidently, there's no way the Knicks could lose this series, right? No way the Knicks could lose this series. It's impossible. And I think the phrase he uttered is, I've never been as confident in anything I've said in the microphone as much as that.
Well, that's a death knell because injury could easily derail.
So that's my question.
Easily.
If I called up Tommy last night, and I didn't, I respect his show, he doesn't want to hear from me, and said, hey, Tommy, I want to make you a bet. Maybe not $10,000 because me and Tommy don't have the shekels that Boomer and Gio have, but I want to make you a bet about that. Let's say $500. We'll make it Devin Tommy money. Tommy doesn't get an out if Brunson gets hurt. Tommy doesn't get an out if Cat gets hurt.
Right.
Like, it's a bet.
Because it's a series, and it's whoever wins. It has nothing to do with the individuals in the series per se.
That's how I view it.
Yes.
So I respect them because they made their own bet, so it is what it is. I'm just saying if I made that bet, I'd be like, there are no caveats. Like, a part of the bet is Aaron Judge staying healthy. That's how I would look at it.
Yeah, I would have too. I didn't realize they brought that up. It just came to me. I'm sorry.
No, they did. And no, they brought, well, first of all, a day after Gio made that comment, Jerry brought it up and they made the agreement that there's a minimum amount of a game. So there's nothing wrong with that because they all agreed to it like right after. I'm just saying I wouldn't do that. And with Tommy, if I did bet him on the Knicks having no chance of losing this series, I'm pretty sure Tommy would not let a Jalen Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns injury being out. Like, your prediction's your prediction. Injuries are a part of sports. You know, when we sat here before the baseball season and made our baseball predictions, injuries are a part of sports. Oh, but Lindor missed 3 months. It doesn't count. Shut up. Of course it counts. Like, sorry. That's sports. Let's go to Brock in Huntington. What's up, Brock?
What's up, guys? Ev, I want to check in on you, man. I'm a fellow Jets fan, so we suffer together, but I want to just check in. You know, they say to check in on your people, and obviously you're a huge sports fan. You're scoring the games. You made it to WFAN midday. I mean, you're doing it, but now, as one of the 14, not unified people in the tri-state area due to the Nets fandom, I started thinking even deeper, and I'm like, Nets, Jets, Mets. And I'm thinking, like, man, this guy, when is the last time that you've had a meaningful game? And I want to just make sure things are all right with you, man, because you couldn't pick 3 worse teams, brother. I mean, my God, and you're the fan of all fans. It's like, my goodness, dude. And here we are unified together. And there's like 12 of you out there, you Net fans.
Yeah.
And you're one of them.
Yeah.
What the heck, man? What's going on? Are you all right out there, brother?
Before I answer that question, Tiki, was he trolling me or being nice to me?
I think he was being very trolly to you.
Oh, you think that was trolling?
100%.
You don't think he was asking like,
I felt violated? No, he was telling you how bad your teams are.
Oh, I didn't know
and he
that.
actually feels bad for you because your teams are so bad.
Yeah.
And their likely prospects for being good are still so bad.
Yeah, I'll answer that question, Brock. I am not good. I'm not good at all. I am a professional, and I will try to do my best, and I am attempting to do my best. But personally, as a sports fan, I don't think I've ever seen a darker place. And I've thought about this. I've thought about my years as a sports fan watching the three teams I love the most. I'm an Islander fan, but I always talk about I don't watch every game. It's not the same level. When it comes to the Brooklyn Nets, then the New Jersey Nets too, the New York Mets and the New York Jets, I haven't missed a game. You know how I am.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's been a darker period for those three teams in my entire life, especially when you factor in that the New York Knicks are 3 wins away from a championship. So how am I doing? I'm doing horrible. Now, luckily, as I've grown, I've realized that there's more to life than sports. And so I look at my 2 beautiful children and I look at my wife and I'll be okay as a human. Like, I'm good. But as a sports fan, this is a very deep and dark place that I am in right now.
Yeah, so this is your personal sports life, not your personal family life.
Correct, yeah.
So your personal sports life and your professional life.
Yes.
Are going to be miserable.
Oh, it's hell.
So 2 out of your 3 are miserable.
Yeah, it's hell.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I didn't bring it. He asked me.
He did. He brought it up. But
he was concerned.
You got to be honest about it.
I'm giving you the answer. So I don't know. You think he was trolling? I thought because he said he was a Jet fan, like there was a part of him that felt bad.
No.
But then when he kept stressing that there's only 12 Net fans, I'm one of them, the city is united except for me and a handful of other people, that's when I started to take it as,
right.
I think he's trolling me. I tell you this about the city being united. Who's the guy who jinxed the Yankees in the World Series?
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe.
Yeah, Fat Joe, right.
So Fat Joe.
But wasn't he there during the postseason already this year?
No, Fat Joe's been great with the Knicks. You can't blame him for jinxing.
Yeah,
so
right.
this is not about jinxing.
It's
It's just
about the Yankees, yeah.
I forgot his name. I was just looking to get his name. My story has nothing to do with jinxing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fat Joe.
I was going to say, Fat Joe's been all a part of the Knicks.
I'm not ripping
rapping on the corner after the game.
I'm not ripping Fat Joe.
And much thinner since that World Series.
So he's not Fat Joe anymore.
He's Skinny Joe.
He's a little less Fat Joe.
Yeah, less.
That could be good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not ripping him as a jinx. I'm telling you a story that he did a video with the MTA where he was the guest subway conductor. And he was going around talking to all the Knicks fans. And I watched the video. I actually found it really entertaining. Of
course.
And I don't know if this was done on purpose, but in the middle of a video is some dude with a Brooklyn Nets hat on taking a selfie with Fat Joe.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, what is this? Was that like their way of saying, hey, we know you exist, but there's so few of you, we'll give you like a quick 2-second reference on this MTA video?
Maybe he was just happened to be in Brooklyn.
Yeah, well, you don't see many Knicks hats in Brooklyn either, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's go to Kevin in Camden. What's up, Kevin?
What's up, guys? I agree with you, Evan, that, as a Knicks fan who's a diehard Knicks fan, but this series is not over. Everybody's saying, being a Mets fan, born and raised a Mets fan, I have seen too much heartbreak to be celebrating one win. We got to focus on game 2. We can't be looking past that. As a Mets fan, I can't tell you how many times I have seen teams that, 2015, 2007, which is the most painful for me. Like, I have seen my team do so well and then just choke in big moments. So I am not celebrating one win. Yeah, it's a great win. Yes, and I'm very, very happy about it. Don't get it twisted. But this series is not over, and I'm seeing it one game at a time.
No, I think you have the right attitude. I think the confident level, though, that you hear from Knicks fans is not about one game against San Antonio. It's the last 12. Mm-hmm. It's about the way this team has played basketball. You say as a Met fan, you know not to look ahead. I'll give you a quick factoid about the Mets. Do you know the Mets have never led a World Series 1-0? Mm-hmm. Never.
Wow.
They lost game 1 in 1969. They won the next 4. They lost game 1 in 73. They lost in 7. They lost the first 2 games against the Red Sox in 86, 1-7. And they lost game 1 historically in both 2000 and 2015. So when he says, as a Met fan, I know, no, as a Met fan, you don't know because you've never been in the position of being up 1-0 in the championship round. How about that factoid? You like that one, Tiki?
You got these little facts about game ones all over the place.
I
guess they're interesting. I just don't know how relevant they actually are.
No, they're not relevant at all. Like, I'm not, of course, that has nothing to do with the Knicks. It's it's the interesting part.
No, it's interesting, but it doesn't tell you what's going to happen in the future.
It's not a predictive stat.
That's right. It's not a predictive stat.
It's more.
The teams are very different.
It's also.
The situations are very different.
Well,
the games are very different.
It's more as a fan. So as fans, we remember things.
Right.
So as a fan, have you ever been in this situation? And the answer is not really. Like as a Knicks fan, I'll keep it to the Knicks. You lost game 1 on the road in 99. You lost game 1 on the road in 1994. So if you are a younger Knicks fan who don't remember 73, 72, or 70, you don't know what it's like winning game 1 of the NBA Finals. This is like a new phenomenon. Zach in Holbrook. Hey, Zach.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I appreciate you taking my call. Today is Knicks. Today is all Knicks. However, this is my first time being able to call since several wide receivers being signed from the Giants, so I'm going to go that route.
Okay.
Now, granted, I should not be this excited about a tail end roster move. However, I damn sure am not the only one, and I can know that for a fact. Odell. My main question is, how much better does Juju have to be from him for them to sign Juju as the wide receiver, 6 or possibly 7 over Odell? Like, if it's neck and neck, wouldn't they just, give the respect to Odell? Is there anything that's indicating that possibly could be true, the fan case? And also, actually, how many receivers are they going to keep? Because they already got 6 guys. I mean, are they going to even keep Odell and Juju?
I don't know how it's going to play itself out, but you also got to remember, you pick wide receivers kind of as a function of the skill group in total. So that is running backs, tight ends, wide receivers. Some of that is going to be determined by who of your non-starters can play on special teams. So let's think about what's happened here. The Giants have a pretty full tight end room. A good player is going to get cut, right? They have a very deep running back room, even though a lot of those running backs are very similar, like Turbo and Eric Gray and et cetera. But they now have a fullback, like an actual fullback, in Patrick Ricard. He's going to make the team. So the running back room has an extra body that likely takes away from perhaps a wide receiver room. Odell's biggest challenge is that he's going to have to play like a starter in order to make this team because he's not playing special teams.
Right.
So how much better than Juju Smith-Schuster does he have to be? I think significtly.
Really?
100%.
So because Juju will play on special teams?
He has a body to play on special teams. Like his body type fits special teams.
The value of being able to do both certainly helps. I think what he was alluding to, and tell me if it's a factor at all, I doubt that it is that Beckham being Beckham makes it that if it's close, he gets the nod.
That doesn't matter. That matters emotionally, maybe for the front office, but they're not making this decision.
It will not matter to John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh is making this decision. And he's even told us already that this isn't about Odell being a quote-unquote celebrity. This is about Odell coming in, losing weight, getting in great shape, being healthy, and being able to contribute.
Yankees won yesterday. They salvaged the final game of their 3-game series against the Guardians. Let's guess the Yankee turning point. I would have to think it's the game-winning hit by Ryan McMahon in the bottom of the 7th inning.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
That was not the turning point.
Well, let's find out.
Go ahead and run 90 feet away.
Yes.
Here's the pitch to McMahon. Breaking ball pulled to the right side. Through the hole. Base hit. Ryan McMahon with an RBI single here in the 7th inning gives the Yankees a 2-1 lead.
We'll get to more of your calls coming up, including the more the Spurs speak, the more you should have confidence in the New York Knicks going into Game 2. And is this Judge injury similar to 2020? We'll give you the details of that, all coming up, 888-808-1019. Contractors, when deadlines are tight, you need a supplier that moves like you do. Windorama keeps the Northeast's largest in-stock selection of Anderson windows, patio doors, and storm doors ready for same-day pickup or next-day delivery. Need custom assemblies? They build them in-house to keep your jobs on track. With Rama Rewards for Pros, earn up to 2% back, plus perks like free delivery. Windorama for Pros, your job, your deadline, your team. Visit windorama.com/4-pros to learn more.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. Well, they're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts. Well, now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer. And this thing is legit, sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. You can find them at collarsandco.com. Hit them up. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Huge season on deck for the Green Bay Packers, who have been the 7th seed in the NFC playoffs the last 3 years, and now going to open at least the first 4 games of the season without all-pro edge rusher Micah Parsons. He'll start the season on PUP, coming off a torn ACL, might miss as many as the first 6 games, and don't look now, not a lot of pass rushing depth outside of Parsons in Green Bay. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I don't need to tell you. New Yorkers are paying more for everything. Rent, utilities, groceries, every single month. The office that's supposed to protect us is on the sidelines. I'm Raj Goyal. As an ACLU lawyer, I fought for the people against powerful interest every single day. Now I'm going to be your affordability watchdog. I'll take the pension fund out of the greedy hands of Wall Street and put it back into affordable housing, holding utility companies accountable and auditing waste and fraud.
Raj Goyal, affordability watchdog for Comptroller.
Paid for by Raj Goyal for New York State Comptroller.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Living with a chronic illness that requires IV medication? Say hello to state-of-the-art private suites for all of your infusion needs at ThriveWell Infusion, providing exceptional care, comfort, compassion, and convenience. Visit ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives, drip by drip.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This June, don't miss our midweek Money Rush drawing and your chance to win your share of $50,000. Be here on Wednesday, June 10th and 24th from 3 till 6 p.m. when one lucky winner will be drawn every hour to win $5,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one winner will take home $5,000 cash plus any unclaimed cash from the previous drawings. Come to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at repairclinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Get everything you need for the entire job delivered. From lumber to drywall, flooring, and fixtures, get it all delivered from the Home Depot. With same day, next day, or any day delivery. Staying on track and on time is crucial to your job. That's why it's our job to get you what you need when you need it. We deliver the supplies. You deliver the results. Brought to you by the Home Depot.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Talk sports after hours with Tommy Lugauer, 7 to midnight. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Can't wait. Game 2 tonight, 8:30, Knicks Spurs. Knicks looking to take a 2-0 lead. San Antonio trying to even this bad boy up. So everyone spoke to the media yesterday. So you don't have the emotions of game 1 like minutes after the game. Now you've got a day. You got a night of sleep. You could talk about things. And I thought that the tone and some of the words used by the San Antonio Spurs would be very concerning if I was a Spurs fan.
Why?
You know what? I'll play it for you.
Okay.
Now, I'll give you a choice. You want to start with Castle or do you want to start with Wemby?
Wemby's a great player. He's going to be a great player, and he is already a great player.
Wemby.
Wemby?
Yes.
How long does it take to say Wemby is a great player?
Wemby's a great player. He's going to be a great player, and he is already a great player.
Wemby, you know what that clip of Trump reminds me of? Francesa. They really are the same guy.
They are. It's unbelievable.
I've thought that for a while, but like when you hear Trump talk sports, it's like, that's Mike.
Right.
And Wemby's a great player. He's a very great player. He's already a great player.
Matter of fact, Jackson Dart's introducing Mike on his podcast.
There you go. All right, so here's Victor Wembanyama kind of furthering the whole, hey, we don't really need to do anything that special in game 2 compared to game 1. Take a listen.
The reason we lost that game isn't even technical. It's not even technical, tactical. It's we need to approach the game with a better mental state, and we just need to play our game. We just need to be normal. We don't need to do anything incredible.
Well, the first part of that quote would very much concern me is that he said they didn't approach game 1 with the right mental state. So does that mean I was right and many others were right that they celebrated the West as if they won a championship?
Maybe, but I also think he's wrong. They do need to be concerned. They can't just play normal.
That's what he said, though.
The Knicks adjusted. The Knicks were better. In the second half, defensively, the Knicks were dominant. I was just reading this breakdown of what they did differently because all those weak side threes that they had in the first half, they went away. And it was it was a simple adjustment. Instead of having 2 feet in the paint helping strong side, the back defender, he had 1 foot in the paint or no foot in the paint. So that wide open weak side 3 was never there in the second half, and they kept missing them anyway. So I think they have to do something tactically different.
But the best player says no. The best player says we don't do anything tactically different. We just need to be normal.
Well,
That's his
guess,
breakdown for
I
game
guess
2.
By saying, you know what it is? I think he's still young enough that he doesn't fully know how to break it down X's and O's for the lay fan. And so he just says, we got to be normal. But now what he means is I got to play around the rim. Like I can't be sucked out to the perimeter offensively and defensively, try to shoot 3-pointers and these inefficient 18 to 24 footers. I can't do that. Like I got to score at the rim. I got to defend at the rim.
Well, and
because when I don't defend at the rim, Josh Hart has 15 rebounds.
Yeah, but
and so what he's saying being normal, what he's not mature enough to explain it the way that we as basketball fans would understand it. You know what I mean?
Bingo.
Yeah, I think at least the way I took this is he's trying to say without saying we're better. and we know we're better, and we didn't play well, hence why we lost game one.
I don't take that.
Okay.
I didn't take that from that.
Well,
I'm
maybe
starting to
you'll
feel bad for Wembanyama here.
Look, when you get beat from the point they're up 14, they lost by 25 points.
Yeah.
Look at it like that.
Yes.
You got your ass kicked from midway through the third quarter to the end of the game.
No one hit a field goal not named Wemby in the last 7.5 minutes of the game for the Spurs.
Yes. Exactly right.
Yeah. But Wemby's telling you, and I know you're getting mad at me now like I'm interpreting his language
I'm not
wrong.
getting mad at you. I'm just explaining to you that at 23 years old, Victor Wembanyama does not know how to explain that answer, that doesn't know how to answer that question intelligently.
Okay. Let's ask someone else their opinion on Victor Wembanyama. Why don't we ask his teammate, Stefan Castle?
I think Vic said it best. I don't think we have anything to be too worried about. Obviously, we feel like we're the better team, and we didn't play well and still had a chance to win. So, if we take one thing from that, just going back to being ourselves and, focusing on the right things.
You know what that tells me?
What does that tell you? What I said is right?
No.
What?
Absolutely not.
What?
No. Why would you say that?
He just said we're the better team.
You know what he's doing?
What?
He's parroting his coach.
Oh, that's what Mitch told him, Mitch Johnson?
He's parroting his coach. Hey, guys, we're fine, man. We just got to be ourselves. We just got to play the way that we always do. We got here playing a certain way. We're going to win that way. We're fine. That's what his coach is telling him. Mm-hmm. His coach is lying to him because his coach knows. I'm being honest. His coach knows he's being outcoached by Mike Brown.
Right.
And so he doesn't have an answer because all of the answers that he had in game one, the Knicks looked at, understood, exploited. So Castle is he's a parrot. He's 24 years old. 23? Whatever, maybe 22 actually. These kids are too young to know what they don't know.
So I think that we ultimately agree with each other, except you're putting it more on the coach, and I'm putting it more on the players' answers.
When you have a team where 40% or 60% of their starters are under 24 years old, it's the coach who's talking through them.
So you heard the coach talking through the players, or the players talking, however you want to interpret it, and I think you'd all agree that they come across just a little bit tone deaf. We're better, we're fine. Basically, they're saying no biggie. Let's hear from Josh Hart. See if we notice any differences with the way Josh talks about Game 2 coming up tonight.
We didn't come to San Antonio to get one game. I think that's our mentality. I know a lot of times that's when you start on the road, a lot of times that's the mentality like, let's just go get one to get home court. For us, that's not our mentality. Our mentality is every time we step on the court, we want to win the basketball game. And, our goal is go down here and get two.
It's just different.
Right.
And maybe it's because they're veterans and they've been there, but the Knicks have been, and it's the way they've played, and it's what they're saying. They are surgical killers.
Yes.
And everyone else who they've played are excuse makers who think they're better.
Victor Wembanyama, who is the vocal leader in this case, is 22 years old. Stefan Castle, who is following up Victor Wembanyama, is 21 years old.
Okay. What does that mean, though?
They've been in the league for 3 years.
I'm still
2 years.
I'm still dissecting their answers.
Okay, but
okay, if you're 30.
Yeah, but you have to take their answers with a grain of salt. That's all I'm doing. That's all
I
I'm
got
saying.
you. I think it goes back to the same point, which is one of the major advantages the Knicks have is that they aren't 21 years old. That they aren't
100%.
kids.
That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to think back when I was a kid. Like when I was 22 years old, I make my first start against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I had a pretty good game. We ended up winning that game at home. It was awesome. And if you had asked me, like, at the end of that year, we're in the playoffs against getting ready to play the Minnesota Vikings, and the first half is over, we're winning, or whatever it is, circumstances is, I would have no idea what to say.
Right.
I would be like, man, we're just good. This is awesome. Like, we're here. This is great. We just got to keep playing the way that we're playing. I couldn't explain to you why we were winning, or if we were losing, why we were losing, because you don't know. It takes time to understand the nuances of playing against an MVP type player in Jalen Brunson, or a big who is aggressive and defensively intelligent and aggressive on that side as well, and Cat, or a coach who has he's mind effing you guys and they don't even realize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're too young to realize it. So I almost can't listen to them and take anything from it. because they don't know what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
but here's what you could take from it based on what you said. You could take from it what the coach is instilling in them.
Yes, which is what I did.
Okay, so
which is what I told you.
So no matter
Mitch Johnson is lying to them because he wants them to feel better about themselves.
So no matter
which is, by the way, what a coach should do. But it's not going to help them win the game against a better team.
And that's
because the Knicks, despite what Stephon Castle is saying, the Knicks are the better team.
Of course.
The 76 the Spurs are not the better team.
They're not.
He's just getting lied to.
So for Knick fans, all that matters is winning. Do you not agree then with the premise that the more you hear the Spurs through their coach talk, and the more you hear Josh and Kat and Jalen talk, the more confident you'd be in the result of the next potential 6 games?
Yeah. I mean,
Then we agree.
I had a premonition last night that the Knicks win game 2 by 30.
Really?
I just, for whatever reason, I don't know why I was thinking, but it was like half dream, half
you
whatever.
imagine that?
I felt like, I think it was because we talked so much about that lady and that guy who were pissing off Jalen Brunson at the scorer's table.
Yeah.
It just, I just had this feeling like Brunson's going to score 45 and they're going to win by 30. I woke up, I was like, man, did the Knicks play last night? Like, I thought they had played.
And that's what you thought
and I thought I had witnessed that. I was like, wait, it hasn't happened yet.
Can you imagine if that happens?
So that was the feeling that I woke up with this morning.
You know what? If you gave me the options on likeliest scenarios, I would think that the Knicks winning by 30 is likelier than the Spurs winning by 30.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, which is crazy considering the Spurs are the supposed favorites.
Right.
I'm with you.
It was funny. I woke up thinking that I missed Friday. I was like,
I
was like, is it Saturday?
Did you also think you missed the school bus?
I don't know. It's just like, is it Saturday? Wait, what's today? They didn't play yet.
Gotta save that audio and see if your premonition turns out to be true. Knicks win by 30. That'd be something.
I mean, it's not like they haven't done it this offseason.
No, it wouldn't be shocking based on what they've already done. I think that taking a 2-0 lead, going back to Madison Square Garden for a Game 3 Monday night, it would feel like this series is over.
Well, it's what I told you yesterday. I thought Knicks in 6, but if they win Game 1, they're sweeping.
Can you look this up real quick, Sean?
What do you need, bud?
How many? Now, I know it's happened in baseball because your team did it and my team did it. How many times has a team in the finals lost the first 2 games at home and then won the series anyway?
Well, I will look it up.
Thank you. It's happened in baseball because the 96 Yankees did it and the 86 Mets did it. So we're in baseball New York very familiar with it. But in the NBA, that has to be incredibly
the Red Sox
rare.
did it, obviously.
And I'm talking about the World Series.
Oh, World Series. Oh, you're talking about
World Series.
The ultimate game.
Where you win the first 2 on the road and then lose the series. The 86 Red Sox won Game 1 and 2 at Shea. Mets 1 and 7. And obviously the Braves in 96 blew out the Yankees in Game 1, won Game 2. Yankees won the next 4.
I'd be surprised if it happened in basketball.
I think it's very uncommon.
Twice
in basketball.
Okay, I'm trusting AI.
That's all right. We'll fact check you.
The 1969 Boston Celtics lost games 1 and 2 to the Lakers at the Boston Garden and took the series in 7.
Wow.
And 1 in our lifetime, which I do remember. The 2006 Miami Heat losing games 1 and 2 to the Mavericks. I'm sorry, though. That was on the road in Dallas.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Right.
And so was the Celtic one. You're already wrong because the Celtic won in 1969. The Lakers won the first 2 at home.
Oh, this is saying the Boston Garden. Okay.
Yeah.
This is why you can't trust AI.
Right.
You're 0 for 2.
No, but you're right. AI is confidently wrong.
Yeah.
Often.
I mean, it takes the aggro. It's annoying.
All right. So can you look it up and then fact check it and then give us the answer?
Yes.
Thank you, man. All right, let's go to Nathan in Philadelphia.
Well,
What's
I mean,
up, Nathan?
obviously, it gave you the 2 examples of going down 0-2 and then winning.
Yeah, but going down 0-2 and winning is common. I'm talking about losing the first 2 at home. That's very uncommon. In fact, I don't know how often it's happened.
Hold on 1 second, Nathan. Just go search on
the NBA history of the NBA Finals.
NBA Finals history of a team going down 0-2 and then winning the series. Forget at home.
Okay.
And then you fact check it from there.
All right. Thank you very much. Nathan, now you're ready. What's up, Nathan?
Sorry, Nathan.
Guys, I hadn't heard those comments yet. They have a better chance of getting swept than winning this series, absolutely. Hard at 15 points to win these 12. Here's what you guys – yes, they're the older team, but the secret weapon is in the attitude. You're talking to somebody who did not miss a single game or a single minute of their entire collegiate career, the Nova Knicks fan. I'm not a Knicks fan, but they have swept me into this to where I'm very conflicted. You guys know the Zara Family Bakery. I am on record with them the day they signed Brunson 4 years ago saying he will completely rearrange the entire trajectory of the franchise and win at least 1 title leading this team. You can go call him right now and tell him.
Right.
And ask him. Here's the thing. When Josh Hart says that they're going to try to go into game 2 and go win again against it. Their goal is to get better as humans and as players every day. It is not about what the outside world says. It is not about what other people, how they judge them. Their goal is to improve and to have the right attitude. You control your actions and your reactions. Losers care about winners, and winners care about winning. They are talking about what happens in our huddle when something doesn't go right. It's 94-50 no matter where you are. And so I actually don't think that Knicks fans fully appreciate, because it's like all of a sudden this week you hear about, they should be thanking Jay Wright and like, the attitude. Where have you been for over a decade with how these guys approach the game and life? This is not a joke. This is not 12 games. They've won 12 straight by a record point margin for the history of the league.
No, I gotcha.
That's not by accident.
No, I think you're right. And even watching almost every game of Jalen Brunson, at least the last 4 years, you heard him answer questions after the games, and you liked what you heard, but maybe it feels different because of the way this run is going.
Right.
But Jalen Brunson the other day says every game is going to present different questions, and you've got to get better possession by possession. It's like the greatest answer a human being could give, a basketball player can give. And he's right.
You could tell that they're being coached that way. Like they're being coached by what's happening in the game, not, we put this game plan in, this is what we're going to stick to, even if it's not working.
Right, because things change.
Things absolutely change, and it's why we've seen them come back multiple times in this postseason and win games and even lose one in the Atlanta series, even though it was only by a point. You see them adjust in game.
Yeah, and that's the key. So I've looked it up. I've got the answer.
Go ahead.
And this is before ESPN tells you this tonight, so you can tell your friends at the bar. A team losing the first 2 games at home in the NBA Finals has never come back. So if the Spurs lose tonight,
makes sense.
Doesn't mean it can't happen. There's a first for everything, right, Tiki?
Yep.
They would be facing an NBA Finals deficit that has never been overcome, losing the first 2 games at home. Now, in fairness, and Sean was going through it, some teams have gone down 0-2 with losing the first 2 on the road, and he mentioned 2 of those examples, the 69 Celtics and the 2006 Miami Heat, as well as the 16 Cavaliers. Like, there's plenty of examples of that. It's actually only 5 times in finals history, but plenty.
Right.
It has never happened in the NBA Finals where a team loses the first 2 at home. In fact, in playoff history, it's only happened 5 times, but it's all in the first round. There was a Western Conference semifinals involving the Rockets in 94 where they did that.
94 Rockets.
And actually the Lakers did it in 69 before the NBA Finals. So,
I mean, it makes sense.
That's the kind of history.
Well, it makes sense because when you lose the first 2 at home, you now have to win 4 games, 3 of which are going to be on the road. Right?
Yeah.
It's just daunting.
But keep this in mind. And this is not to say that the Spurs could come back from 0-2 because, again, they would be battling history. We talked about this the other day, how the stats in Game 7s have completely changed, how home court advantage is almost dissipated. It does feel, as loud as the Garden is going to be on Monday and Wednesday, it feels like home court advantage doesn't matter nearly as much as it used to.
But I do think it matters for places like the Garden.
Why?
Because kids and basketball players, and we heard this in the 76ers series when we were, who was it that said it?
Jared Allen, Brights Too Light. That was a few years ago.
But he said it a few years ago.
Yes.
But I still think that's a thing.
Okay, that's fair.
I think the Garden has this aura about it there where kids or players they come in and like, man, this is the Garden. And it's not like it's a beautiful new building, but I think the history of it catches you in moments.
Yeah, and you don't need matching shirts to have a loud crowd to intimidate you.
100%. A visual nonsense that they go into San Antonio.
I told you this the other day that I think it was the Wall Street Journal did like a very interesting, dumb article about why New Yorkers don't put shirts on that are given to them the way every other marketplace does. Like you go to a game in Cleveland, we saw it in the conference finals, they all wear their stupid red T-shirts.
Let me guess. Is it because New Yorkers spend significant dollars on their outfits?
I mean, that could be the answer.
I would say.
A lot of Knicks fans interviewed in the said article just said, I don't want to wear that. Like, I'm wearing my jersey. Don't tell me what to wear. It's like a New York attitude.
By the way, I'm also talking about jerseys. Forget the I don't know, the Ferragamo or whatever the heck they're wearing. I'm talking about a $250 jersey.
Yeah.
Why the hell am I putting a T-shirt over that?
A $10 T-shirt on top of it. But we're like the only ones. Because if you look at sports throughout, every other city follows like sheep. They put their little colors on. Now, the Spurs do the multicolored thing, which is very noticeable and sort of cool. But New Yorkers, we don't do it. Like, they ask us to do it because they leave the shirts there, but nobody does it. And it's not just the Knicks. It didn't happen for the Nets when they made it. The Mets have handed out T-shirts.
Rangers
no one wears it.
too, yeah.
The Rangers have tried. Like, this is a universal New York no-no.
I kind of like
will
that.
not do it.
I kind of like that for once we're all unified in something, and we didn't have a discussion about it. Everybody's just like, no, I'm not doing that.
So is it the attitude that we have, or is it what Tiki said, hey, we just spent $300 on a jersey?
Right.
Oh,
I think that
it.
goes hand in hand. It absolutely does. It's the attitude with the money we've spent.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of shirt they're going to give out for Game 3 and Game 4.
Just hand out rally towels.
I agree. I agree with the rally towels. By the way, I used the rally towel a few rounds earlier that Big Mac wanted to take back with him for his kids, but I used it as a napkin because I was eating food. And so instead of running to the concession stand to get napkins, I used the rag, the Knicks rag, and then I washed it. And now I don't know what to do with it. Like,
How about give it to Chris's kids?
Oh, he never brought it up to me again. So I don't know if he still wants it.
It was Chris McMonaco, his fat ass.
Would you want it, Tiki?
No.
Think I should auction it off for charity?
Yeah.
How much would I get for that? $2?
Never know, man. Hey, they win the finals. Hold on to it. I think every piece of memorabilia from this run.
That is a fair point. Phil on Long Island. Hey, Phil. Hey, Phil. Phil going once.
Guess
Phil
he had his Phil.
Yeah, very good. Gabe in the Bronx. What's up, Gabe?
Hey, good morning, guys. Thank you for taking my call.
Appreciate it.
So I have a massive problem. I've been waiting virtually my entire life for one of my teams to be in a situation like this, but I'm also Jewish, and tonight's the Sabbath. So normally what I would do is, maybe record it and watch it tomorrow night, but this isn't, your run-of-the-mill Mets-Padres game on a random Friday night. Like, the entire community is going to be talking about it, so I don't think I can avoid getting a score. So I just wanted to know if you guys had any advice.
So Dove once told me, Dove Kramer, when he worked here, that if you put the TV on right now and you just leave it on, you're actually not breaking any rules since the TV was put on before sundown. Was Dove lying to me, or is that the truth?
I think that's probably a little fib.
Gabe, would that work for you, or are you breaking the rules?
Oh, Evan, I wish that would work for me.
Damn it! So now I'm thinking that Dove lied to me.
He definitely
Or maybe
did.
I misinterpreted what he said.
Or he was joking with you and you didn't realize he was being punished.
He fooled me. What I would advise, Gabe, and I know it's difficult because he is right, the community, every community is talking about the Knicks. You cannot avoid it. You see Knicks jerseys, Knicks hats. Everyone wants to talk about the Knicks. I think you have to avoid it. I think if the rules state you cannot watch anything until sundown tomorrow night, I think you find a way over 24 hours to not go outside. Or go outside and avoid people.
You're right.
That's what I would do if I was in this kind of predicament where I need to see the game. And you don't want to break the rules, right? You don't want to do anything bad. I'm not advising you to do that. I am not a sinner. I sin in many other ways, but not in that way. And I respect your religion. I think you've got to kind of put yourself in a hole for the next 24 hours.
Wow. And if it got to a Game 7, that's a Friday as well. Is that a sin spot?
No, I think you do the same thing. You bury yourself.
Game 7, that's a tough one.
I understand. Look,
you got to respect religion. I get it. That's a tough one.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say to you because it doesn't sound like you're respecting because you're like, is that a sin spot?
I don't know. I think you make a deal with those above and go, it's Game 7.
I'm not a big religion guy, but I have prayed to the sports gods every once in a while. And I can count it on one hand how many times I've done it, where I will go into the bathroom and I will sort of jokingly but truthfully say, hey, to the gods upstairs, to the baseball gods of the late, great Jackie Robinson, to the late, great Babe Ruth, to the late, great, now passed away Tom Seaver, was only 5 years ago. And I will say, hey, can you give me a Met victory?
Yeah.
Like nothing crazy, just baseball god prayers. And I've done it with basketball. Hey, to the late, great George Mikan, can you hand me this? To the late, great this, that. It has never worked. Like in the 5 times I've asked the sports gods for something stupid or some kind of victory, do you realize I'm 0-5?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm done doing it.
Yeah, you should probably stop that.
I've stopped. I think the last time I did it was for the lottery a couple of weeks ago.
That worked well.
I did it with the lottery like 3 times. I've done it with Met games. I think it was Game 2 of the World Series after they lost Game 1 to the Royals. I had the conversation in my bathroom, sports gods, like, just get me a split. Like, I'm not even asking for anything crazy. Like, I'm not asking for a championship.
Right.
That's obscene. I'm just asking for like a moment. And, dude, 0-5. Isn't that crazy?
That's bad. That's a bad percentage.
You know what it taught me?
0%.
Yes, 0. There isn't one example. I think it's taught me that the sports god thing isn't true. Like, that's a part of it's just that doesn't exist.
True. I would not go in. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole.
What, have you prayed to the sports gods?
No.
Before a game, you never said to the late, great Walter Payton, because that was your favorite player.
No.
Can you hand me a non-fumbled 1,000 million yard
because
performance?
Why would he care?
Yeah, that's probably the problem.
Exactly.
Why would Babe Ruth look down at that schmuck in his bathroom in Long Island City?
Why would he care?
And say, I'm going to hand you game 2 of the World Series. Babe Ruth would say the Royals and the Mets. Those two teams don't even exist. What's that? More of your calls coming up at 888-808-1019. And with Aaron Judge facing an injury, is it the same injury as 2020? Mm-hmm. Is your mind playing tricks on you, or is this something Aaron Judge has faced before? We'll get into it coming up. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Surfside iced tea plus lemonade and vodka is your go-to drink this golf season. Light, refreshing, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. No bubbles means no troubles. Look for the new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry half and half in stores now. Cheers to hitting the fairway, and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
The Yankees play the Sox in the Bronx. 7:05 tonight.
First pitch swung on, deep drive.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the action. The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan. 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always available en Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the Odyssey app.
Guys, let's keep it simple. There are 2 things you probably should be doing: taking care of your health and doing something that actually makes an impact. Here's a way to do both. California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month and get free health and genetic screenings along the way. So yeah, you're getting paid to get checked out, and you're helping families who need it. Efficient, smart, done. Check out spermbank.com to learn more. Apply and see if you qualify.
The savings are coming! Wow! He showed up just in time.
It's America's 250th birthday. We're celebrating a month early at Nielsen Dodge.
By giving you freedom of choice. Save up to $250 off service. Save up to $250 off accessories.
With leases for $250 or under.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport S 4-door 4x4, just $249 a month. Leased with loyalty for just $229 a month.
There's always zero down payment. The credit help you need. More savings with your trade-in.
And of course, great deals. For leases $250 or under, hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Make this the summer event.
With approval, term 36-24 months, due at sign, everyone $58.44 with loyalty $58.24. Add tax tag $498 doc and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play. You can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more. Build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. So many more options, better payouts all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/New York to get started today. That's FanDuel.com/New York, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. We all love the app around here. It has all the betting markets you could possibly want. It's safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, please call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This summer, cool down with Dunkin' Refreshers. Sip on a black cherry or try the all-new pink pineapple. Or try one of their flavorful fan favorites like mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. All of them are ice cold and refreshing. Dunkin' Refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. A whole lot of flavor and very refreshing. It's a sip of summer, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
So I'm watching TV the other night, and there he is again, Evander Holyfield talking about Terra Origin creatine. And I'm thinking, wait, this guy won heavyweight titles, fought 12 rounds for a living, and somehow still looks ready to go another 3. Meanwhile, I pull a muscle reaching for the remote. So listen, if you're looking to support strength, recovery, and performance, go check out Terra Origin creatine today. And right now, you get 20% off your first order at TerraOrigin.com. That's 20% off at TerraOrigin.com.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This June, don't miss our midweek Money Rush drawing and your chance to win your share of $50,000. Be here on Wednesday, June 10th and 24th from 3 till 6 p.m. when one lucky winner will be drawn every hour to win $5,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one winner will take home $5,000 cash plus any unclaimed cash from the previous drawings. Come to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Helping people achieve their goals is what we do. So if your goal is owning a home, we're here to help with guidance and resources, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Well, Lorenzo, the pitch looked good.
Yeah, so green.
USA keeper was decent enough.
Didn't have much to do.
99 minutes.
Not a single goal. Well, Bet365 sure came through, though. I bet $10 and get $365 in bonus bets just for signing up.
At least someone scored.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Maryland. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Living with a chronic illness that requires IV medication? Say hello to state-of-the-art private suites for all of your infusion needs at ThriveWell Infusion, providing exceptional care, comfort, compassion, and convenience. Visit ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives, drip by drip.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. How about this last night? Caitlin Clark had a Willis Reed moment for the Indiana Fever. She nearly had a triple-double in the Fever win, But it all happened after she threw up repeatedly at halftime. And how about this postgame quote? I haven't puked that much in a really long time, Clark said, but then I felt fine. I felt light. So I was running around feeling good in the second half, and I feel okay. Obviously, I'm losing my voice a little bit, but I'll be good. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Evan, you often feel light if you throw up before a show?
I feel better. I'll tell you that. I've never played in the WNBA. I'm no athlete, but after I throw up, which is not often, but when I do, I tend to feel better. Isn't that usually the case? Like it somehow releases.
I mean, if you're throwing up, it's because there's something not sitting right with you. But if it's food poisoning,
right?
And so you definitely feel better because it's not in your system anymore.
But you feel better enough to then go drop 19 in a basketball game? Like, I still would feel like I need to lay down.
If it's alcohol poisoning, then you get rid of the alcohol, then you feel better, obviously.
It depends. I think it depends what you're dealing with.
If your body is like rejecting whatever bug happens to be in your system, that's different because you're probably dehydrating yourself.
Yeah, it's all dependent on why the barfing is occurring. But great job by Caitlin Clark. She's a hell of an athlete. Obviously, the Aaron Judge injury has been a big part of the story today and last night, along with the Knicks getting set for Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Can you repeat to me what Aaron Judge was diagnosed with specifically yesterday evening?
A stress fracture to a bone in his right rib cage.
Okay. Aaron Judge, prior to the 2020 season, was diagnosed with a stress fracture in his right first rib. Is that not exactly what they diagnosed with him last night?
Yeah.
A fracture in his right first rib?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's surprising because usually when you break a bone like that, when it heals, it gets stronger. So now he's done it again.
Well,
yeah, and I don't know if it's related, but and I want to add, because there was one other element to that injury from 2020. He also had a partially collapsed lung. So it was stress fracture in his first right rib, which is exactly the same as what they said last night. But the thing he had in 2020 was a partially collapsed lung. Now, the problem is we don't know how much time he would have missed because the world got shut down. This all happened in spring training of 2020.
Right.
So because baseball didn't start until late July, and he was ready in late July, if that means anything, we don't know how much time he actually would have missed if it was a regular baseball season. And what we do know from that injury in 2020 is we know when it happened. It actually happened in September of 2019. I've brought this up to you before when he tried to make a diving catch against the Angels, and it wasn't diagnosed till spring training. So I don't know if there's anything to learn from this, but I found it really interesting that the injuries are labeled the same way.
They're labeled the same, but it's not the exact same. I believe the first rib is lower. This is the rib that's higher.
So what was the injury? That's why I asked you, what did they diagnose last night?
They said the upper rib cage.
They didn't say first rib?
No, and I believe the first rib, it starts bottom up.
Can you, again, double-check what the Yankees said?
I'm double-checking right now, and this seems to be
what did the Yankees say in their statement?
I think the first rib is up here.
What does up here
I think
mean?
it's the other mean, up in your collarbone.
Gotcha.
Because when he did it before in 2019, he also punctured a lung. That's ultimately what was the issue.
Yeah, and I bring that up, and he had a partially collapsed lung, which we have not heard about in this regard.
If it's down here, you're not puncturing a lung.
So is it the same injury in the rib?
I don't think it's the same injury, but it's the same area.
Okay. Again, what did they announce last night, Sean?
Again, the Yankees did not put an announcement.
I thought the Yankees were the ones that announced it, and then you know what it was? So I was watching Big Mac's show. Did a great job last night with the Go Get 'Em
Curry
podcast.
did call it the first rib.
Okay, first rib. So I was right.
Jack Curry, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yes, the
Why
Yankees
it took
did not announce
3 minutes for us to get to the same place, I don't know.
You're telling me to look for the Yankee announcement. They didn't have one.
The point is, it's the first rib, right? That's what they said.
Jack Curry's saying. Yes.
That's the injury from 2020. It's the first rib. That's exactly what it was. Now,
Right.
I'm not saying they're connected. I don't know if they would be. I just find it interesting that it is labeled as the same injury minus the partially collapsed lung. What can we learn from it? I don't know. One thing I do learn from it, if anything, is that because he suffered that injury in 2019 and they didn't diagnose it for a while, I think any diving attempt that Aaron Judge made or any collision with the wall really in the last 2 months could have been it. It doesn't have to be recent. It could have happened in April. The guy hasn't had a great year. You even said maybe injuries affected him. And because they had a tough time diagnosing it in 2019, I think it is definitely possible, based on it being the same injury, that this injury could have occurred 2 days into the season if you go back and watch all the tape.
I'll tell you what else I've learned from it. The days of playing right field have to start being numbered here for Aaron Judge.
Yeah, because he's getting hurt. He's getting hurt doing being exceptional as a right fielder.
Yeah, and it sucks that it's a punishment. He plays so good, runs so hard into the wall. This is not twice. You can't.
Yeah.
You need him. You need his bat.
It's also because he cares.
I know.
And he cares, but he's also 270. So 270 laying out is different than 180 laying out.
Well, and that's the other discussion. So I go back into the time machine of 2020 when this injury occurred. My producer at the time was Ernie Acosta, diehard Yankee fan. You know him very well, Sean. And Ernie's point was sort of similar to what you're saying, but a little different. His point was, and I'll do an Ernie imitation in a very low monotone voice, he should never dive for a ball. He should be banned from diving. And we would get into these arguments because I'd say, hey, game's on the line, ball down the right field line. Are you really telling him not to dive? And Ernie would say, yeah, because of the risk. It's just not worth it. Same thing with colliding into the fence. As much as it annoys you in the moment that a ball dropped in and maybe it cost you a game, that is not as bad as losing the man for potentially 2 months. And so your extreme point is just DH him, take away the ability to dive. Ernie and other Yankee fans' point would be Aaron Judge should just play a much less aggressive right field. You can still be good out there. You can still be great out there. But you're banned from diving. You're banned from running into the fence because it's very likely that injury was caused based on the same way it was caused in 19 into 20 with him diving for a baseball.
How can you ask an athlete with that much pride and that much greatness to half-ass it in right field and not dive? You can't do that.
How can you ask an athlete who's a Gold Glove right fielder to not play right field anymore?
Because you just need to say, look, we have to protect you from yourself. Your bat is too important to us. We can get somebody else to play defense. I think that's less of a slight. I think it's more insulting to ask a guy to go out there in right field and say, don't dive all over.
Ask him. I mean, it's a great question. What would Aaron Judge say if Aaron Boone had the guts to sit him down and say, Aaron, we have to have a conversation?
You guys are dumb.
You have a choice. You can either be the DH or you're the right fielder, but you're banned from diving because it's a long season, and a game and a moment is not worth losing you for 2 months.
It's a long-ass season.
Like, if Aaron Boone said that to Aaron Judge, not sure he will. I don't know what the answer is. As a professional athlete, I know there's no real comp to football in this regard. But what would you say?
I don't know if there is a comp.
I got one. I got a comp.
Okay.
I got a comp for you,
Go
T.
ahead.
All right. You like returning kicks? You like returning punts?
Yes. Loved it.
You have to run out of bounds.
It was another touch.
Okay. You have to run out of bounds. You're not allowed to take a real hit.
Yeah, no chance.
So you'd say I'd rather not do it?
because you don't get it. You're not potentially returning for a touchdown if you're running out of bounds.
That's true. That's a terrible comp. I tried.
There isn't one.
There isn't?
No, there isn't one.
I'm trying. Come on, Sean. There's got to be one.
I was going to go with like
isn't
a
an-
fight for the extra yard. Don't worry if it's third down and you can't get the first down.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't be in the game.
All
I wouldn't
right.
be
Well, then
playing.
It's probably, you know where the comp is? And not that your quarterback's ever going to sit, but it's probably with Jackson Dart where, hey, Jackson, you can't dive for the first down. Like, it's 3rd and 8, and you're scrambling.
Yeah.
You have to go out of bounds. And by the way, I think we've already had this debate about Jackson Dart. So it isn't like that new. But I think if anything could be compared to that, I guess it would probably be, hey, Jackson Dart, you got to run out of bounds.
I want to thank Jackson Dart.
That's the only thing I can think of.
But that's the only one. A quarterback who wants to be a runner, you'd have to it'd be banning him from taking any hit.
But as a fan, you would rather, Sean, have Judge just DH, which gives you less lineup flexibility, than just telling him you're the right fielder and you can't do anything like diving or leaping the fence?
I'm also making like the leap into post-lockout next year. I would. I would rather that. I think his bat is that valuable. I just do. You could get other guys to play a clean right field.
888-808-1019, the number. A lot of Knicks and Yankees talk, including a caller earlier who said because of the Sabbath tonight, he's unable to watch the Knicks game. What can he do? Dave in Brooklyn has a loophole. What's up, Dave?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So Dove, he wasn't lying, but it's preferable not to do it before the Sabbath to turn on the TV. Even though you're really allowed to, what the caller said earlier, the reason why you probably won't do it is you're not meant to. That's why he wouldn't turn it on before.
Oh, it's probably why Dove told me that story in confidence and said, please don't share this on the air. And then I forgot about it 4 years later and I shared it on the air. I'm just kidding. I don't think you ever said that to me. No, the confidence part. He did tell me the story.
Right.
So basically what Dave is saying is it's frowned upon. You can do it technically, but you're not supposed to. It's like speeding. The number says 35. If you're going 40, like you're technically breaking the law, but you're really not.
Just don't get caught, okay?
Yeah, well, the problem is how do you not get caught by God?
That's true.
You kind of, you can't hide it. God's seeing everything, right? Tiki's not answering that, which makes me wonder if he doesn't want to answer this question. Religion and politics. Two of my favorite topics, Tiki. Like to have those conversations all the time at Thanksgiving.
Who do you think God voted for?
What was that?
Who do you think God voted for?
Don't do that.
Do you think he cared?
Probably not.
Or do you think she cared?
Or do you think it cared? Maybe not a human.
That's definitely not a human.
But there you go. So maybe not a he or a she.
We got Tiki to comment after all.
Let's go to Matthew in Mount Kisco. What's up, Matthew?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's going on? This is Tiki, Sean. How you guys doing?
All's well.
Doing well. What's on your mind?
So, I want to go back to when you guys were talking about the whole Spurs post-game interview. Listen, first things first, if I was a Knicks fan, I am a Knicks fan, but if the Knicks were to lose game one and my players are talking how they're talking, I would be fuming.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
But I wanna talk about how I believe this series will be the Knicks, not only physically and because of their skill, but mentally. Right? You played the post-game interview of Josh Hart, but there was also a post-game interview that somebody was like interviewing the Knicks one by one as they were entering the tunnel. Mm-hmm. And when they got to Mikal had the most straight, not a hint of a smile was on that man's face. And he was like, Series 0-0, we need another one. And I'm like, yo, if I'm the Spurs, that itself would intimidate me. And then I saw another video on ESPN. This is my last point. On ESPN, that Landry Shamet entered the game calling the Spurs play.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they did like a back-to-back of like a play back when Tim Duncan was on the Spurs. And it was like the same exact play, and Landry Shamet was able to read it perfectly. So to Mr. Victor Wet Bananas and Mr. Mario Castle, if you guys don't want to change up anything and play how you're supposed to play or how you guys want to play, listen, the Knicks had 9 days off. I guarantee you they was watching film, and they got you guys mentally on the books and on the court. Let's go Knicks.
Yeah. I mean, you make a good point. I did see that video of Landry Shamet calling whatever play it was, and they were ready for it, and it resulted in a missed shot, and the Knicks from that point on basically held them scoreless for the rest of the game. And so not only are these guys veteran, but they're talented, as we've seen, because their run rate, their score rate has been ridiculous in this postseason. They're smart. Right, they care about diving into the X's and O's of it. It's not just I'm going to beat you mano a mano. I'm going to be more prepared than you, and that's a credit to Mike Brown. It's the culture that he's instilled, and it's showing itself in spades in the postseason.
Glenn is in New Jersey. What's going on, Glenn?
Hello. I'm just calling about the information on the Sabbath to share a thing that I know about. I had a friend of mine who worked for a Jewish company. And when they would go on travel and we're going to be away on the Sabbath, my friend who is not Jewish, part of his job was to turn on lights, hit elevator buttons, and things like that for whenever they were...
Does that work?
I think that's the technicality around it. That if you're not... See, what Dove said to me, and Dove was right.
So that means you got to just hang with a Gentile?
Well, hang with a Gentile and have them turn the stuff on, or turn it on prior to the Sabbath, and you haven't technically broken a rule. And how about this idea? Because I'm no expert. If someone else is showing the Knick game, and you can see it, you didn't turn it on.
Right.
So there are so many viewing parties going on that if you just accidentally see it, you haven't done anything.
Is there a viewing party at the Garden again?
There is a viewing party at the Garden again. It's sold out in 30 seconds.
I mean, outside. Like
outside, yes. So Central Park, yes.
So just be walking around.
Tiki, I'm so excited about this. My most brilliant trolling idea I've ever come up with.
Okay.
And it's pro Knicks. So you're welcome, Knicks.
Pro Knicks.
Pro Knick trolling idea. Since they're selling out Madison Square Garden in 30 seconds for a watch party, and since people want those tickets like it's gold, and they're going to Central Park, and they're going out the city, I think James Dolan should say, you know what? We have such an avenue to pack arenas and pack buildings. We should spread our wings. And I think James Dolan, and this is such a troll move, and it's badass, should call up or even do it publicly to embarrass him.
The Barclays.
Reach out to Joe Tsai and say, Joe,
no.
I got a great idea.
No.
We want to open Barclays Center up to watch the finals. The best part hasn't arrived yet. Every dollar goes to the Garden of Dreams, or I'm sorry, 50% to Garden of Dreams, 50% to whatever charity you want. You can't turn down charity. And then the Knicks would have the opportunity. I'm a self-loathing, miserable human.
That's actually a great
They'd have
idea.
a chance to fill the Barclays Center and then call up UBS. Same thing. What's up? You could fill every arena in this town.
Why not just do the stadium? It's going to MetLife.
City Field.
City Field.
Call up Cohen. What you up to, Steve? We want to open up City Field. Can't do Yankee. They're playing tonight. Want to open up City Field. Now, the troll is obviously Barclays Center. It's the troll. But you can do it with every arena and stadium, and the best way Dolan can do it, because say what you want about James Dolan, he's done a lot for charity. Like all of the tickets to the game in the Garden or the viewing in the Garden is for charity, 100%. Same thing with the courtside auction that they're doing. So clearly they do great stuff with charity. You go to every venue in this town, you're like, we'll open it up. It's all for charity, though. And we'll split it. So for the Mets, half of it goes to the Mets Foundation. Same thing with Josiah in Brooklyn.
Yeah. There's a concert at Barclays tonight, by the way.
But there isn't on Monday, is there, Sean?
Liberty.
No, they don't play Monday.
You're just lying.
I know. I already did my research. There is a concert tonight. I've never heard of the person. You could also...
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
So Monday's an open night.
Yeah, but Monday's at the Garden.
So? You wouldn't have a viewing party outside? Why wouldn't you? No one's getting...
Outside?
Or in these other venues.
Outside of the Garden.
Outside of the Garden. Like only 18,000 people can be there, and they're dropping $8,000 a ticket.
I think you're onto something with the baseball stadiums. It's bigger screens anyway.
I'm trolling that other team.
How about you stop trolling them? They're your team, and you have a little pride for yourself. How about that?
Because I had a brilliant
have some
idea.
self-respect.
Tickets.
Because I had a brilliant idea, and I wanted to share it.
Yeah. And don't get me started on the season tickets. We'll get to more of that later, Tiki, because it's insulting what may be going on in Evan's brain.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you right now.
Go ahead.
So you know how I'm going to Game 3?
You are. Along with the president and the mayor.
Yeah, mayor's going to go there. The president's going to be there.
I've been a Knicks fan for a long time.
Good for you. Because the prices are just getting so crazy, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't go. I should just sell it.
Tiki, what has he screamed and yelled since we've been with him? It's important for us to be at the big events.
Yeah, we're going to be the only one who's there. I think that's important.
There.
Craig's
I'm going
not
to pride
going?
myself.
Yeah.
Craig's not going?
No. I heard him going back and forth for 10 minutes about, should I ask Dolan? Should I not ask Dolan? He's not asking. He's not going to the game. I don't think he's watching the game tonight. He's on some airplane. That's why they called me to do the halftime show with Big Mac.
Right. Forgot about that.
Which is like crazy.
Why are you, as a non-Knick fan, doing the halftime show?
I don't make these decisions.
At 10 o'clock.
So for anyone who's like, why is Evan doing the halftime YouTube show with Big Mac, Gallo, and Hoffman? I didn't decide this. They asked me, and I'm a good I'm a good little boy. Isn't that what I say?
Yeah.
I'm a good little boy. And so I said, sure. Plus Big Mac's my friend. He wanted to do it. I'm good to go. But Craig can't do it. So I don't even know if he's watching the game tonight, let alone being in the Garden on Monday.
Boy, you took something that was about you and made it Craig look bad. You really are unbelievable. You just were like, I may not go to the game, may sell the ticket, but how about Craig? He's missing the game tonight.
You brought it up. You just asked me.
I'm sure he'll watch it on the plane.
Okay.
That's not the problem. The problem is this bozo is going to sell his ticket after saying the whole reason he got tickets was that he needs to be in the building for an NBA Finals game.
Well, I mean, let's think about it, though. The sitting president of the United States is going to be there.
Oh, I don't want to be there.
The mayor of New York City is going to be there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be utter chaos because people are going to be trying to get the scalpers outside the joint.
Uh-huh.
Chaos.
What did Evan think was going to happen if the Knicks ever made the finals?
I don't know how long it's going to take, but I know when presidents attend events, it significantly increases ingress.
The president of the United States has nothing to do with my decision. I want to make that clear, nor is the chaos. Have you ever heard of a man named Ted DiBiase? You ever heard of him?
Yeah, $1 Million Man.
He says everyone has a price. At what point are the prices not just insane enough to say, I'm out? I'm not doing this. At what point? Is it $100,000?
10 times.
10 times the amount?
10 times.
Yeah, I think we're
past that.
I think we're almost there, bro.
Nobody's denying. Now, my point is not foreseeing that this could have been the issue. You spoke these other things about.
I am joking. I made a commitment. I will be at Madison Square Garden on Monday night.
I don't believe you.
I will be. I'll take pictures. I'll do whatever. I'll prove it. I will be there. And I will cry the entire time knowing what I missed out on, but I will be there. And I'm very excited. And I also heard that the mayor is buying his own ticket, which means it is now possible that Mom Donnie is sitting on the bridge with me. Wow. And I got a lot to say. He is going to regret the decision of buying Evan's ticket if that mayor's sitting next to me. Because same thing with Trump. You don't want to sit next to me. I got a lot to say.
He's definitely in a suite.
I figured the president's not on the bridge, but I don't think I will, especially in Knick game, I don't think I'm just going to sit there. I think I got things to say. Yeah.
Imagine this whole time it was Mom Donnie who bought the ticket from you as the listener, and he's been under a different name in emails. What a swerve.
Me and Mom Donnie are sitting together.
Man of the people.
Who's the man of the people?
You.
Oh, I am.
That's why he wants to sit with you.
No, jokes aside, I am going to go to the game. I was just saying to Sean, and he got so offended, it's getting crazy what the get-in price is, at what point. And by the way, this is a great question. Forget about me to the season ticket holder. Are there Knicks fans out there, diehard Knicks fans, who are like, I want to be at the final. I can't pass up this opportunity to sell. Like, we're humans, dude. You got kids. You don't think there's a guy or gal listening right now who's saying to themselves, as much as I want to go to the NBA Finals, you're offering me $15,000 a ticket? I'm out. I'll see you later. What about Kerry, who calls in all the time?
Yeah, from Sayreville.
You don't think Kerry and Sayreville's having a conversation?
I mean...
About, I love, and she is a diehard Knicks fan.
She's going to the watch party tonight.
Yeah, but I'm talking about her season tickets are getting so obscenely priced.
No way. She
would never sell it.
She would never, not in a million years.
$50,000 a ticket.
Not a chance.
$100,000 a ticket.
She wants to be there.
Okay.
She's that kind of fan.
You know what? Here's what I respect. If you asked me about the Mets in the World Series or the Nets in the NBA Finals,
you'd be the same way.
I think it would be tough, but I would be the same way.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
But do you think there's a Knicks fan listening right now who's a season ticket holder who is saying to themselves, I have to consider selling?
Of course.
Okay. So then this is not about me and what I'm going to do. It's about the people. You know there are people out there that are facing this kind of decision, and it's a tough one.
No, of course
Like, I know it's a great spot. Oh, you win either way. I don't feel bad for that person. It's still a tough decision.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Very.
So I feel for them. But I'll be there. I'll see you on Monday. I'll get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. Plus, Jalen Brunson had a lot of interesting things to say yesterday that we will examine as we slowly but surely get you set for Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
I'm always incredibly busy and on the go, so knowing I'm safe and my family is safe when I'm not with them is of paramount importance. That's why we turn to our partners at Slomin's, who recently installed the Slomin Shield Link system. A smart home security solution combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind that's manageable right from my phone. You can get this as well. And check out their cameras, the garage door control, all the lighting. They control the Alexa inside your home as well, doorbell cameras, smoke detectors. And the best part about it is that the technicians at Slomin's will set up your security system exactly how you want it. So if you want your security lights to come on as soon as you hit the alarm or lock all the windows and doors, you can get that done as well. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Slomin Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomins.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Name a player in the NBA you would rather have with the ball in his hands late in the playoff game than Jalen Brunson. I would take Brunson over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I would take Brunson over Wemby. I would take Brunson over Luka. I would take Brunson over Giannis. I would take Brunson over Jokic. He is Captain Clutch. Another incredible performance in Game 1, leading the Knicks to a victory. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals, and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack in the $6 Biggie Bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie Bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Sunny and hot, high 92.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-game parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Hey, if you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your business mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't actually need. But with My Biz Plan from Verizon Business, you can choose exactly what you want and only pay for what you need for your business. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Visit VerizonBusiness.com. Do it today to learn more and make the switch. Verizon Business.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Metro New York. Ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
I'm Tyler Kolick, and I got my Lincoln at Lincoln of Queens. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. Go, New York, go, New York, go.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
Noon on a Friday. Not only a summer Friday, though it's not officially summer, a Friday in which in 8 hours and 26 minutes, the New York Knicks take the court yet again, Game 2 of the NBA Finals. And as we discovered earlier, if the Knicks win tonight and go up 2-0 on the Spurs, San Antonio will be trying to become the first team ever to lose the first 2 games of a finals at home and come back and win. It's never happened. No team in NBA history has accomplished it. And so you have to ask yourself this question. Forget the Spurs. Ask yourself this about the New York Knicks. Are the New York Knicks capable of actually blowing a 2-0 series lead and being the first team to blow a lead like that with the kind of smart, intelligent team basketball they played?
There?
Well, to tell you that taking this win tonight is commanding as commanding can be.
Yeah, I think the Knicks fan does not have zero desire to even engage in that conversation. I don't even think the troller wants to engage in that conversation because it feels so improbable.
Well, that's my point. Why are you mad at me? All I'm saying is if they win tonight, they're putting the Spurs in a situation that no one's ever come back from. Isn't that like a good thing?
Yeah,
it's not trolling. That's reality.
I think, but the way you position the question as, are the Knicks going to be the first team ever to lose after being up 2-0?
Okay, how would you frame it then?
You don't even address it.
So you just say the Spurs will have to do something that's never been done before?
Yes.
And just leave it at that?
That's what matters.
All right, fine.
That's what matters.
If the Knicks win tonight.
Because there's no way that the Knicks are losing the series if they win tonight.
Okay. And I agree with you. I mean, I don't think this team, this Spur team, nor this Knick team would be the ones to change that kind of history. So I don't disagree with you. And a part of why you have that confidence is Jalen Brunson.
Right.
Jalen Brunson has played, including with the 2 injury scares that we had in Game 1, at an incredible level to where even when he has an off game, and Game 1 was an off game, he did not shoot the basketball well early.
Right.
He can still take over when it matters the most. He can still make the right play when it matters the most. And we saw that in Game 1.
Right.
And Jalen Brunson, after the game, was calm and focused and was mission is still at hand. Now, I was very curious because Jalen Brunson met the media yesterday as well. If anyone would ask him about the interaction with the fan that you did a deep dive on with the woman and the man. So Jalen was asked about his interaction with the fan. How do you think he responded?
He said he's not answering. I'm not talking about that because that's how he is.
All right. It's the clip labeled Jalen Brunson fan. Let's hear the question to Jalen and if Tiki's right that he would refuse to answer a question about his fan interaction.
Jalen, I think it looked like there was a bit of an interaction with a fan at the end of the game yesterday. Was something said that, maybe crossed the line? Or
I'm all good about talking about that. I'm all good.
Yeah, you nailed that one. I'm all good talking about that. I don't think he's actually ever talked about it.
No, he hasn't.
I don't think anyone. So when he says I'm all good talking about it,
not meaning I've talked about it and it's been asked and answered. He's saying it's not important.
Right. And he's not going to address it.
Right.
Because naturally the question is going to be what was said. And he's not going to want to repeat what was said. Whatever was said annoyed him enough as a calm individual, and Jalen Brunson tends to be that. That's enough for him to get that mad.
Right.
It's not something he's going to want to repeat.
Right.
But he was asked another question.
Right.
Because it's like, what do you want to ask Jalen Brunson? And a lot of times at these press conferences, my dad says this all the time, people run out of things to ask, so they ask really dumb questions. This was not a really dumb question. In fact, I would argue it's as interesting a question as someone could possibly ask Jalen Brunson, and it has nothing to do with basketball.
Okay.
So I'm going to play the question, and then we can guess what he says and also kind of answer it for ourselves. Here's the question that Jalen Brunson was asked in regards to how expensive Knicks tickets are.
There's seats on sale for $7,500. I'm curious, what show would you pay $7,500 to go see?
How about that? What show? Now, he said show. Would you pay $7,500 to go see?
I actually saw this answer.
Oh, what would your answer be?
Probably the same as his.
Interesting. Well, here is Jalen Brunson's answer on the one thing he'd pay $7,500 for.
A live Michael Jackson performance. That was a good one.
My favorite is that was a good one. That was a good one. With all due respect to Jalen and with all due respect to you, since that's your answer, that's not a real answer. He's dead.
I know. So you can't.
So then the answer is nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. So why wouldn't you say that? That's not a real. You can't say Well, I pay $7,500 to see something that cannot happen.
It's also relative.
Relative to what? He's not alive, Michael Jackson.
But he was in Jalen Brunson's lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like a cop-out. You can't pay that money for a show that doesn't exist.
Yeah, but
do we have to give a real answer like Adele?
So the problem with
does it?
asking an athlete that question is that they're not impressed by much.
I agree. Well, impressed by much or the money not being as big of a factor?
Well, the money isn't a factor for these professional athletes that are making multiple double-digit millions a year. Athletes aren't impressed by much. That's what I mean. You don't. Very rarely is an athlete in awe. You're like, oh my God, I met that person.
Shania Twain, impress me much.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work.
No.
That don't impress me.
That don't impress me much.
Well, it's exactly that. It's exactly Shania Twain.
I'm not paying $7,500 to see Shania Twain. She's wonderful, but I can't do that. So your answer then is the same as Jalen's, which is nothing.
Yeah.
There's no. By the way, that's a fine answer. There's nothing you would pay $7,500 to see.
A show?
Yeah.
Like an event?
So he said show in the question. If you include it as anything, because I would include sporting events because we are a sports talk show. A lot of us are sports fans.
That is a show, by the way.
And that is, okay, that's a show. Yeah. And by the way, it's in relation to people paying $7,500 to see the Knicks play an NBA Finals game. So if you include it to sports, I still think your answer is going to be nothing because what are you paying sports-wise for?
So it's not a real question.
Why is it not a real question?
Because
I can answer the question.
Because if Jalen Brunson wanted to go see whatever, he could get a ticket to it.
Yeah, so technically for him, you're probably right.
And so it's hard for Jalen Brunson to do that math, that calculation in his head, saying, I would pay this to go see XYZ, because he knows he doesn't have to pay anything to go see XYZ. So it's hard to do that.
But he gave an answer anyway, even though it was kind of a fugazi answer because the guy's not alive.
Yeah, of course.
So your answer is nothing. Is that what I've drawn from this?
Yes.
There's nothing you would pay $7,500 to see? Like a real life thing, not like the resurrection of Christ, like a real thing that you know can happen, like an event. You're saying not a thing.
Virginia National Championship game?
No, I saw one.
Football?
Basketball. Virginia is not winning the national championship.
That's why I bring it up. If they had a magical year,
That's
like
a fair
Indiana
answer.
last year.
But
it's a fair answer. The answer is no, though, based on his reaction.
It's no, because I wouldn't have to pay $7,500.
Pretend you had. Pretend they have the Mendoza, Indiana year.
I can't pretend what I know is it's not happening.
Well, we can't. We can pretend to play kitchen when we were kids. You can pretend to be anything.
No, here's what I've learned from this. I love you. You are banned from this conversation now because you can't answer it. And I respect that. You're Tiki Barber. Sean Morash. Is there anything you would pay $7,500 to see?
We're using the word show?
Well, I would include sports because I do think that the nature of the question is based on the NBA Finals, and we were just talking about it earlier with season ticket holders and the decisions they have to make. So I think sports can be clearly included in this. And if you want to pick a concert, that's fine too. Or a Broadway show, whatever the hell you want to see.
You can laugh all you want. I'm dead serious. $7,500? Topless lap dance, Sydney Sweeney. That's a show.
You're paying for that? $7,500?
A topless lap dance for Sydney Sweeney to motorboat you? Yes. Take 3 months of checks.
All right.
You wanted an answer? She's alive.
No, I get it. It's just...
She ain't going to sing Thriller, but they're there.
$7,500.
I got news for you.
Like, that's it, though. It's how long is that show, Sean?
This one will last a lifetime.
It'll live forever in Sean's head.
I mean, I'm not saying it isn't entertaining, but $7,500.
Yeah.
And remember, you're having the conversation with your wife. Like, hey, we're taking money out of the college fund for our daughters so I can whatever.
Perfect example. $7,500, if I do it for a sporting event, there's a chance I leave disappointed after spending $7,500. Ain't no chance I'm leaving that disappointed.
Wow. All right. There's Sean's answer. Now I feel like if I don't agree with you and I just give a sports thing, it's so typical of Evan and all that. But I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
Game 7 of the Mets World Series.
Yeah, oh, yeah, no question. Yeah. In fact, there's a list of things I would pay $7,500
By the way,
for.
you wouldn't need...
Because I'm a season ticket holder.
Because you already have a season ticket.
Yeah, so I would exclude that. I would say, would I pay... Here's the real question, and I think this is the argument that Knicks fan is dealing with. Are you paying $7,500 for a game in a finals? And to me, that's where I'd have a tough time because it's a game.
Right.
Where game 3, as magical as it will be, and you may go up 3-0 or you may go up 2-1 or you may go down 1-2, you know it's not the championship. It's not the culmination.
Yeah.
And so even if it was the Mets or the Nets and it was on the road, since I have the seasons, I don't think I'm paying $7,500 for a game that can't win me a championship.
The question,
that's just me.
The question is also being asked as if Jalen is speaking for like the lay fan, the blue-collar worker of New York, when we know that a majority of those tickets are going to the white-collar worker of New York, and it's either a business expense or it doesn't hurt them at all, right? It's not like $7,500 is crushing their budget.
Right.
They're not living paycheck to paycheck. So it's an almost impossible question to answer. And putting Jalen Brunson on the spot about it doesn't tell me anything.
Well, also, I think you're slightly wrong about something. While the majority of the building will be the white-collar worker, there is somebody, probably listening right now, who doesn't make a fortune.
Oh, of course.
But looks at this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and to them, they will pay that money. Now, they may get divorced after because their wife or husband may leave them for it.
Or
but
you
I do
thought
think,
ahead and you bought them before.
Well, yeah, but that's not paying $7,500 a ticket.
That's right.
I'm literally saying what someone would pay $7,500 a ticket for. I think there will be some blue-collar workers who are like, dude, this is what I save for. I save the money to go to an event like this. I'm just speaking for myself. I don't think I could do it for a non-clinching game. But if you told me it's game 6 of the World Series and it's on the road and I'm up 3-2, would I pay that money? The answer is yes. Same thing with the NBA. Super Bowl, I think I'd go higher than that.
Really?
Because first of all, I know it's the culmination.
Yeah.
Like if you're a Giant or Jet fan, and yes, you can end disappointed. Sean is right about that. In fact, there's a good chance it'll end disappointingly. You also know you're getting the finality of it. The dangers of the NBA and baseball and hockey, if you're a diehard hockey fan, is you're paying for a game that could, by the way, suck, and also may not determine anything. It may be not a forgotten game, because I think you remember finals games and World Series games, but less memorable than the other ones. And so my truthful answer to this is I would pay $7,500 if my team had a chance to win a championship. If it was a game in the finals or World Series, I can't go that high.
That was determining the championship. That's what would put it that way.
Yeah, I was almost in this position. So in 2015, the Mets played the Royals in the World Series. They ended up being down 3-1. Obviously, I didn't know this when they were going home, and I convinced the station to at least allow me to do shows in Kansas City. So that part was done. And I was doing middays at the time, so no biggie, not a problem. And I bought airlines tickets. I was going to Kansas City. And the game plan I had with my wife and my dad, who was all going, my sister was going to come too, was we'll figure out the tickets. And the whole budget question was a great question. I said, let's just see where we are. I don't know.
Yeah.
Had the tickets.
What would you have done if you didn't have the tickets?
Well, we were going to get the tickets. Where there's a will, there's a way. There's SeatGeek existed. Like, I knew I could buy the tickets. The question was, how much are you willing to pay?
Yeah.
It's the same question that needs to be answered by Knicks fans next week. So I had the airlines tickets, and even down 3-1, like if the Mets won game 5, remember they blew that game, the Matt Harvey game, we were going. So game 6, Tiki, wasn't a clinching game.
Right.
We were down 3-2. So I knew in the best case scenario, we're buying 2 games. And unfortunately, we never got the answer because they lost. And I still have never been refunded for that flight to Kansas City.
Really?
Well, we bought one-way tickets.
You didn't get like the refundable miles?
No.
They were cheaper?
No, what we did was we bought one-way tickets because obviously you don't know if there's a 7th game. Very different from the Super Bowl.
Right, yeah, definitely.
So we bought one-way tickets and said, again, we'll figure out the trip home based on what's needed. Is there a 7th game? Is there not a 7th game? Maybe we drive home. It was a consideration of just renting a car and driving back from Kansas City after winning a championship. That'd be like the greatest ride home of all time. Nah? No?
That's a long way.
How many hours do you think it is?
I'm going to say...
I have the answer.
22.
Nah, too high. It's about 17 hours. You can fact check me on that one.
To Florida.
Yeah, it's about the same, except you're driving, different directions. You're going west or east.
That's awful.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens.
You know what I'd pay $7,500 for? The flight to avoid that drive.
No doubt.
See, that's the one positive of the NBA's layout. Like, let's say you're a Knicks fan, and you're like, I'm going to go to San Antonio. If we ever win a chance to win a championship, I want to be in the building. Which there are people that are going to do that, right? It's only a game, and then they come back. Remember, it used to be 2-3-2?
Yeah.
That was the thing. Remember Knicks Rockets, Nets Spurs, 2-3-2. 6 and 7 were on the road, not 6 at home, 7 on the road.
Right.
In a weird way, it's a good thing because then at least you know when you're flying back, as opposed to you go out there for Game 6. You may stay a few more days. Mm-hmm. You may not stay a few more days. But I think at that point, I was willing to go to a couple of grand. At that point,
a couple of grand, not $7,500.
If I had to, I guess I would. I mean, I've already committed to going. Like when you buy the flight, like I'm sure there are Knicks fans who have bought flights for Game 5 or Game 7. You've already committed.
Well, I mean, the question is, can you pay that much and not feel it for months?
No, you're going to feel it.
And if you're
going to feel it.
That's just a hard decision to make.
But it's a lifetime. It's a once in a lifetime spot. You don't think the Knicks are in a once in a lifetime spot right now?
No.
They already are. What are you talking about? They haven't been in the NBA Finals since 1999. You don't know if they'll be back next year.
Yeah, but they could be back in 5 years.
Or they may not.
Or 8 years.
Or 50.
Yeah, but I choose not to believe that.
Yeah, but you're being unrealistic.
Why am I being unrealistic?
Because they just went 27 years. You don't think this is a once in a lifetime spot?
No.
Wow.
I don't think anything is once in a lifetime.
The Mets in the World Series was once in a lifetime. They're there every 15 or 16 years. So it's twice in a lifetime. Maybe if we're being technical. Anyhow, let's go to Artie in Brooklyn. Artie, what's up?
Hey, guys. How's everything going? Listen, when the Jets were ready to win, go into the Super Bowl with the Colts, my life savings was $6,000, and I was putting it down. I was at halftime. I had to make the decision, and I didn't press the button because Peyton Manning drops back with like a minute left and throws that pass that Coleman just missed. If he makes that deflection, my lifetime money is gone, and I don't even know if the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. Right. But anyway else, putting that up, okay, because I made those same things looking, and I said the only thing that I would give up my life savings now and lock me up in an old age home is Jets Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I would pay anything. My wife likes to go, what, Knicks, Mets? I said, I saw the Mets. Knicks 73, maybe I don't remember it that much, but if the Jets ever make the Super Bowl, see if you can bring me some bread and water at the old age home.
No, I kind of get it also because of what I said earlier, that's the culmination.
Right, it's a one-off game.
It's a one-off. You know that. It's a lot more complicated when you're in a best-of-7 series watching hockey, basketball, or baseball.
Right.
And here's the other thing, and this is where I think I may agree with him, that I would pay the most for a Jets Super Bowl than anything else. I cannot picture the Jets in a Super Bowl. I've seen my other teams compete in the finals or a World Series while they didn't win, and I can't picture them winning. I've seen them get there. The Jets in the Super Bowl feels like such a foreign thing. And now that the Knicks have gotten this close to a championship, I think the debate is over. The New York Jets winning a championship is the weirdest thing that could possibly happen to New York sports. Anthony in Lindenhurst. What's up, Anthony?
Good. How are you guys? I just want to, everybody's going crazy over, the Knicks, and I understand that. But I just want want everybody to know that the billionaire owner, Charles Dolan, has not paid property taxes on MSG since 1982.
Right.
But for 44 years, he's been saving $50 million a year, while people in New York State struggle to pay their taxes. I just want people to know that.
Yeah, but Anthony, here's the thing about James Dolan. You don't have to like him, and you can bring up the tax situation, or you could bring up the treatment of fans who get wiretapped, essentially. Remember that whole story?
Yeah.
Right now, New York Knicks fans don't care about that. They don't care who the owner is.
No.
They care that they're winning.
They care about the Knicks.
And every time we've ever talked about ownership on this radio station, it is not based on if they're a good guy. It's not based on if they're a charitable guy. It's not based on how many taxes they pay. It is based on winning and losing. And right now, whether you like James Dolan or not, they're winning. And so you have every right to call up and talk about what you don't like about him. I'm telling you right now, most Knicks fans don't care. They just don't. It's the same thing with any other owner in this town. Now, you don't have to like the owner.
Right.
But if the team is winning, then you're happy with the owner. Nick in Staten Island. What's up, Nick?
Hey, guys. Big fan. I just wanted to chime in on the $7,500. What would you pay? Because I ran into something similar this summer, and it actually is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because it is the 250th anniversary of our country. Mm-hmm. We're hosting a World Cup for the first time in 32 years. I was figuring out a way to go to a USA game one way or another. Unfortunately, their base camp is set up on the West Coast, so the decision was, do I clunk down the money for tickets, more money than I've paid for a ticket to anything in my life, and plane tickets on top of that? Or do I risk them trying to win the group and hopefully get a game at MetLife and probably still pay the same cost of getting to MetLife Stadium? So I don't know. I mean, I ended up buying tickets for the World Cup because, like you said, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So for you guys, Jet fans who might see that as a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but like Tiki said, with the local sports teams, I choose not to believe that that's the case. You know what I mean? I think the Knicks can be back at some point. I think the Rangers can be back at some point. Yankees, et cetera. But 250th anniversary of our country. Last time we hosted a World Cup was 32 years ago. I'm not going to be 68 at the next World Cup. I was going this year, so I was paying what I had to pay.
The United States is in the Group D of the World Cup. Their inaugural match is against Paraguay. It is on the West Coast. I think it's at SoFi Stadium. 9 o'clock on Friday, June 12th. World Cup starts on the 11th.
That's a week from today, dude.
Week from today.
You telling me we're playing a World Cup game in a week?
And 2 weeks from today, we'll be hosting our show from Hoboken.
That's right.
The Mad Hatter. That's on the 19th, and Team USA plays that day as well at 3 p.m.
He's right about you never know with sports teams, right? I'm telling you, it's once in a lifetime. But you're right. Like, the Knicks could go to 5 straight NBA finals. Like, you never know. Like, all of a sudden, there could be a dynasty in this town. Maybe not from them. Maybe the Jets. Maybe the Jets turning around. Arch Manning is here. They're a dynasty. You do know that the World Cup is once in a lifetime because of the pre-planned nature of where the event takes place.
Yes.
So that I understand. And if you're a big soccer fan, the way our last caller is, the way you are, totally get it. Because that is the true definition of once in a lifetime.
No, right, because it's going to be unique to that construction of teams, and especially if it's Team USA, who I'm not overly optimistic about, but when it's Team USA, so we're rooting for them. But they could be the host and get into the knockout stages.
If they got to the World Cup final, and I understand that would be like the biggest upset in sports history.
It definitely would be.
Would the get-in price be like $1 million?
Well, it's already $1 million.
The get-in price.
I mean,
the get-in price.
To get a suite, it's $1 million.
I didn't ask for a suite, crazy man.
The get-in price is for that game
probably $1,000, right?
It definitely would be at least $1,000, probably more than that.
All right, the get-in for Knicks Game 3 is $8,000 as of right now.
Yeah,
I don't fully believe those numbers. I'm just saying that that's what it is right now.
Only because it's a limited number.
Yeah, there's 18,000 versus 80,000.
80, right? They could probably push it to more than that. To be honest with you,
Dominic is in Brooklyn.
No, they definitely
Dominic
can push it to more than that. But sorry, Evan, but because didn't they reconstruct the stadium? Didn't they put seats down on the grass?
They probably did. Yeah,
and so it's probably going to be closer to 100,000.
Crazy. Dominic's in Brooklyn. Hey, Dominic.
How you doing? I'm a long-time, first-time caller. I'm in a bit of a dilemma. I'm a huge Mets, Knicks, and Jets fan, 36 years old. I bought tickets last week. I went to the casino. I won $5,000. I gave my girl some money to go shopping. I bought tickets for $3,100, and now she gave me permission to go to the game, but I have Game 4 tickets. Do I go to the game or do I sell for more?
Well, okay, so this is different than the season ticket holder because the season ticket holder's been waiting. They've invested. This guy's saying, I already got the tickets. I paid a lot. $3,100 is a lot of money. But I'm seeing these prices. They're now at like $8,000. Do I just say, screw it, let me just sell them and then make a profit? What would you do, Teak? That's a good question.
I like being at home, so screw it.
Screw it. Well, you wouldn't have bought the tickets to begin with.
But if I had, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for the show.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the game just for the just so I can have an experience to talk about on WFAN, Evan and Tiki. You'll hear it here, and I'll get a real life experience. I'd be out.
You'd be out. Okay.
Give me the 8.
Sean, I'm gonna make this work for you. Rangers, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final. You have tickets. You spent $1,000 a ticket. You're like, it's a lot, but I feel good. I'm good to go. Pretty good seats, solid seats. Game 3 of the Cup Finals. All of a sudden, the get-in price just quadruples. And now all of a sudden, you can get $5, $6, $7 for that ticket. You're a diehard Ranger fan. What do you do?
I'm selling them. Wow. It's Game 3. They can't clinch.
So same thing I was kind of alluding to.
Yep.
Okay.
Selling them.
So there's your advice to our last caller.
But he said Game 4.
He said Game 4.
Yeah, I went with a clinch. If I know there's a
if it's a clincher, I think you go.
And
if it's not, then you sell it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so he can wait.
Yeah.
He should wait.
Okay.
He should wait until Tuesday.
But if it's a clincher,
because if it's
the number's going to go up higher.
I know, but he already has it.
No. I'm saying to sell it. Like the profit margin he would make is going to grow.
That's right. So just sit on it.
I get that.
Just
but
wait till Tuesday.
And do you go? Because he's saying, do I go to the game or do I sell it?
Well, if it gets to like a 12,000.
So there's a number where you say, screw it, I'm not going.
100%.
And when I said that earlier, I got like yelled at.
No. I'll close with this. You got yelled at because you have chastised everybody about how important going to big games is.
Yeah,
that's why you got yelled at.
That's right. And I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm all excited. That's crazy, though, these prices. We'll find out closer to Monday if they start to come down a little bit, because right now the get-in is $8,000. I have a very tough time imagining that's going to continue. We'll get back to your phone calls coming up, 888-808-1019. Plus, we have an update on how many times Mike Breen does actually bang in a given NBA basketball game in relation to tonight. Now, there's no better time to upgrade your home than with Windorama Summer Savings Event. Save up to 40% off when you install with Windorama. Choose from top brands like Anderson Windows and Doors and Master Shield Gutter Guards. Book your free in-home consultation. Shop from home and let their local certified experts handle it all. A stress-free process from measurement to installation. And when you shop in stock inventory, they'll install in just 14 days. Visit Windorama.com and book now.
HSS is ranked number 1 in orthopedics for 16 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report, and is the official hospital of the New York Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets, and the New York Liberty. When you choose HSS, you're receiving the best orthopedic care you can get. Basketball requires speed, agility, and precision, and their specialists understand the demands of the game, providing expert care to help you recover and return to the court, whether it's a recreational league or a professional arena. Most major insurance plans are accepted. Learn more or make an appointment at hss.edu.
Ever wonder why Fanatics Sportsbook is America's fastest growing sportsbook? Well, other sportsbooks, their rewards are just the same old, but Fan Cash is the ultimate sports currency, and betting with Fanatics lets you stack Fan Cash with Fanatics Sportsbook. You can get up to 10% Fan Cash back on your wagers, win or lose. Use your Fan Cash to unlock the world of Fanatics with unlimited profit boosts, exclusive merch, collectibles, game tickets, and so much more. If you want value for bets, Fanatics will always have your back. Did I also mention they're giving away millions in Fan Cash this year with games like Fan Cash Drop? Tap in every Friday and see what all the fuss is about. So switch to a sportsbook that will always give you more to play with. Go check it out yourself and download the Fanatics Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Fancash Fridays are powered by Fanatics Sportsbook, America's fastest growing sportsbook. Right now, we are going to take the 10th caller at 866-540-WFAN for your chance to win $100 in Fan Cash from Fanatics Sportsbook every single Friday. Winning hits different here.
I don't need to tell you. New Yorkers are paying more for everything. Rent, utilities, groceries, every single month. The office that's supposed to protect us is on the sidelines. I'm Raj Goyal. As an ACLU lawyer, I fought for the people against powerful interest every single day. Now I'm going to be your affordability watchdog. I'll take the pension fund out of the greedy hands of Wall Street and put it back into affordable housing, holding utility companies accountable and auditing waste and fraud.
Raj Goyal, affordability watchdog for Comptroller.
Paid for by Raj Goyal for New York State Comptroller.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof, we've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. You know that when your AC fails, it's the worst. Make sure that doesn't happen by contacting my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts for decades. They're my go-to techs. They've done plenty of work on my house. I trust these guys to do a great job. And by the way, if your AC unit is over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now. You'll save money and stay cooler. Go to EdisonHVAC.com. That's Edison EdisonHVAC.com.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Town Fair Tires, New England's largest volume discount tire dealer with over 125 locations. So we sell name brand tires for the guaranteed lowest price, like Michelin tires, with all-season capabilities and maximum performance. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services for life on your Michelin tires, for longer tread life and reliable traction in both wet and dry conditions. For the guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Right now, you can grab a full breakfast at Dunkin' for $6. That's 2 wake-up wrap sandwiches and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. It's quick, easy, and covers your whole morning, all in one stop. Did I mention it's filling and delicious? It's a full breakfast. It's a great value, and it just makes mornings easier. So next time you're at Dunkin', don't overthink it. Order the Dunkin' $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation in times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply. And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. See ya at John Starks Kia in Queens.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments, from engagements and
The Mets are burning down again. Another night, another song. Somebody check the office door. How does David Stern still have a job? How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? The Mets are a dumpster fire. The boy genius looks like a fraud. Cohen spent the money. Queens got stuck with the Sox. Somebody ask Harvard, how does David Stern still have a job? Here comes the man from Milwaukee with a spreadsheet and a grin. Said he'd bring smart baseball to Queens, then let the losing begin. Evan Roberts on Rico Bronya is cooking him every night, reading off the receipts like scripture, and buddy, none of it sounds right. They called him the boy genius, they called him Milwaukee's son, but all he did was spend a fortune and turn the Mets into a rerun. How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? Oh, Bichette, Polanco, Devin too, Weaver, Mondia, Montezerra, big names, bad baseball, same old Mets fan stop.
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3? Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The focus behind the Spurs bench will be back to basketball tonight. The two OnlyFans women who have been sitting in TV view behind Mitch Johnson are staying home tonight with their low-cut shirts. They said harassment by fellow fans at a recent playoff game has left them uncomfortable. One of the women shared a video online claiming that one of the fans that is accused of yelling obscene things at Jalen Brunson also accosted her and her friend at a previous game.
So these two women, they're OnlyFans models, Blue and Julie Swan. They were the ones who were showing their assets in the earlier rounds. It was getting a lot of attention because it was right behind Mitch Johnson. They were noticeably missing in game one of the NBA Finals. And yeah, it's come out. The New York Post had a report this morning that they were verbally accosted by several fans. What I didn't realize was that one of the fans accosting them was the same fans that were accosting Jalen Brunson.
Wow.
So Brunson and the OnlyFans models versus these horrific Spur brats, as I like to call them.
Right.
So you never know. You make strange bedfellows sometimes. But those fans that the old woman and the old man, I don't know their names.
Yep.
But clearly those were the ones that were verbally accosting Jalen Brunson. It will be an embarrassment to the NBA if they are sitting there tonight. An embarrassment. Forget about what happened with these women, though they deserve fair treatment. It doesn't matter if they're scantily clad or not. Like, that older person doesn't need to be the judge of that. They're allowed to wear what they want. Okay? Let's make that clear.
Yep.
And number two, they were accosting Jalen Brunson.
Or saying inappropriate things to Jalen Brunson.
They were clearly saying things that were so over the line because Jalen, I think, has earned the reputation of being such a good dude and down to earth that he's not freaking out over something small.
No, you're right. He's not, because he heard it and then he stopped and went back. And then it continued. And then obviously it continued through to the end of the game because at the end of the game, he goes over and Scott Foster, who was the referee, had to get in the way. And then you saw Jose Alvarado come and
playing peacemaker, saying, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it could have gotten ugly.
Well, I'm just saying, we'll all be watching tonight. We better not see those fans sitting first row. I think that'd be an embarrassment for the league.
They'll be there.
You think so?
Yeah.
Come on, man. They better not.
The answer is money. What's your question? Why are they sitting there? Money.
No. It's not that complicated.
Yeah,
you give them their money back and you sell it to somebody else, and trust me, someone will buy it. Ben Stiller will give you a double. I'm not joking.
But he can't. He can't sit front.
He's not allowed.
He's not allowed.
Right.
Because he's a Knicks fan.
Yeah. Well, money's money. Isn't that what you just told me?
It is.
The winner of our Fan Cash Friday is Scott. Scott, congratulations. How we doing on this fine, beautiful Friday?
What's up, Scott?
We're doing better now. Let's go Knicks.
I'm sure you are. So you're going to put a couple of shekels on the Knicks tonight?
I might do that. Little Giants futures. We'll see. But definitely something on the Knicks. Tiki, big fan, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Well, Scott, have a good weekend. Congratulations on the victory. The best part about betting the Knicks, if he decides to do that. Oh, hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
The best part about betting on the Knicks with the Fanatics Sportsbook app is that the Knicks are dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And because they are dogs, the money line, let me see what their latest money line is.
Wasn't it plus 2 something yesterday?
Was it over 2?
I can't.
Damn.
Someone called and said that.
Yeah,
I think that might have been a little inflated. I think it's plus like 130 or something.
I'll tell you right now, I'm making the bet right now because you know how I do. You know me. Yep. I'm an emotional insurance guy. So it's slightly under 2. It's plus 190. So, for example, if you bet $100 on the Knicks to win outright tonight, you'd win $190. So if you're a Knicks fan and you have confidence, I mean, they're handing it to you.
Right.
Like, I don't think gambling is ever handing it to you because there's a risk involved. We all know that. If you're a Knicks fan and you think you're winning tonight and they're giving you plus 190 odds, Sean's already made the bet.
Yeah.
The question is with you, and I don't know what the answer is. Sean was the one person who had the guts or stupidity, take your choice, to say the Knicks are going to sweep. Did you go and bet the Knicks to sweep?
I didn't, but I bet them obviously to win pregame and then during the game.
Interesting. Tiki, I want you to read something on my Fanatic Sportsbook app. I want you to read the first live bet that's currently active. What does that say?
New York Knicks 4-0. You did it.
Oh,
I bet my take, huh?
Wow. Well, I didn't just bet your take. I bet Knicks 4-0 and Knicks 4-1.
That is some emotional hedge there, Ev.
Someone called earlier and said, how you doing, Evan? Are you okay mentally? And I said, nope. So there you go. I think that's...
Yeah. I think I'm going to parlay Knicks money line with Spencer Jones to homer tonight, and I think that's what we're going to do.
Is he actually in the lineup?
Yeah, he better be.
Well, they're facing a righty, the return of Sonny Gray, so you'd have to think he's in the lineup.
Sonny Gray's been pretty damn good, though.
Sonny Gray's been very good since leaving the Yankees. You want to know why? Either he can't stand New York or the Yankees screwed with him.
Or
So it's one of those two
He's not
things.
being told to throw certain pitches.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was always a believer that it was the Yankees screwing with him more than it was he can't handle New York. Anyhow, real quick before we get back to your calls, yesterday we were talking about Mike Breen and his bangs because we were keeping track of Nick bangs and Spur bangs.
And there was only one.
There was only one, which I was stunned by. And I admitted, like, even as a diehard fan, I've never kept track of bangs. I have no idea, like, how often does he usually bang? And so I jokingly said to one of our loyal listeners, the official archivist of Evan and Tiki, Dan, he should rewatch any Mike Breen game and count the bangs.
Did he?
He did.
And?
So, you want some results?
Let's hear it.
All right, let me start off, and I'm going to make this easy for you because I labeled them bangs 1, 2, 3, 4.
And
double bang. Let's start with bang 1. This is the only bang from the Jeremy Lin Laker game. Remember when Jeremy Lin dropped like 38 on the Lakers?
Yes.
Yeah. That game featured only one bang, and it was this.
Lin for 3. Bang!
So that 3 put the Knicks up by 10 with 5.5 minutes to go in the game.
Play that again. Doesn't it sound like the next sound you hear in the background is loogie?
There was a loogie in the background?
It's 3-point ball, but now that he said that.
Play that one more time, Sean.
Lin for 3. Bang!
You gotta hear it, actually.
That's your mind telling you that's what you're hearing because I said it. But
what
that's
color
what I
is the
heard.
dress, right?
All right. Do you remember the Thunder Warriors Saturday night regular season game years ago that featured the Steph Curry logo shot?
Oh, yes.
This is a regular season game. It featured a grand total of 4 bangs. All right, here's bang number 1. It's labeled bang number 2. Oklahoma City's up by 2 late in the third quarter, and Steph Curry hit a 3 to put the Warriors up by 1.
Crossover, step back, 3-pointer, bang!
That's a late third quarter regular season bang.
It had third quarter, like, in gear bang.
Yeah, like bang.
How about this one? Oklahoma City's up by 4 with 36 seconds to go, and so Klay Thompson tries to cut it to 1, and he does.
Curry out to Thompson, 3-pointer, bang!
All right, here's the third bang from this game. These
are all grinding bangs.
Yeah, it's a different bang.
Yeah.
And they're regular season Saturday night bangs.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oklahoma City's up by 1 with 15 seconds to go. Durant's on the Thunder, by the way. I want to make that clear. Durant hits a 3 to put the Thunder up by 4 with 15 seconds to go.
Back out, Durant for 3, bang!
So he thought that was the game-winning bang.
Yeah.
Warriors come back to tie it, and then the fourth bang of the game was the infamous Steph Curry logo double bang.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown, bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
So that game featured 4 bangs.
You hear the pitch of the double bang? Because the earlier ones were like bang,
right?
Like they were low, like we're still grinding, bang, we're still grinding. The double bang is like bang, bang.
Why did that game feature
amazing.
so many bangs when it was a regular season game? Like
because
this,
of the eliteness of the talent.
Yeah, it was a wild. I remember where I was for that game. It was wild.
No, that was one of the. There's a few regular season games that aren't your own team that you really remember, and I totally agree. That's a memorable game. I'm not denying that. 4. Now, if you go through other playoff games, it is true he only averages 1 to 2 bangs. So the evidence is that Mike Breen does not bang nearly as much as we thought, which I'm surprised about, despite listening to him for a decade and a half. So I think we have to rearrange our predictions for Game 2 tonight. Last night or 2 nights ago, 1 bang for the Knicks, 0 for the Spurs. Tiki Barber, how many bangs tonight?
0.
No bangs.
No. I already told you what I dreamt is going to happen.
Oh, they're winning by 30. 40. Yeah, if they win by 40, there's no bangs. Unless he goes nuts on like a huge run in the first quarter, or like there's a 30-2 run, something crazy, and Landry Shamet drills one. Like I could see a first half bang if that happens.
No, he doesn't do them in the first half.
All right, Tiki's going with 0. Sean?
I'm copying Tiki 0 tonight. Knicks run away and hide.
Yeah, I think even if they run away, he whips out a bang just based on the magnitude of the run that they put together. I'm going to go with 2.
Well, I mean, all right, keep going.
No, I'm just telling you, I'm going to go with 2. I think he's going to go 1-1. Like, I think that the game will feature, and plus I think Breen's going to feel the pressure now that he gave a bang to the Knicks and 0 for the Spurs. Like, don't you think it's going to be the back of his mind? Remember, Big Cat of Barstool was the one who brought this up to Breen and said, hey, we're going to count the bangs, and I am not sure if they're counting.
Right.
It was his idea, and it's brilliant. Give him all the credit.
I mean, it was easy in Game 1.
No, it wasn't. You know how many times I replayed shots because I thought I heard a bang?
Well, you heard a bank.
Yeah, well.
You thought it was a bang.
Yeah.
But when Tyler Kolek is taking all the fourth quarter shots, are you getting a bang?
No, we're not getting a bang from garbage time buckets. But I'm just correcting you with all due respect. Like, it wasn't easy counting the bangs just because there was one. Because I replayed shots like 15 times to make sure I didn't hear a bang.
Okay.
So don't minimize what I did. It wasn't as simple. Meanwhile, Sean got out of it because he watched the game at a bar, and so he wasn't able to count the bangs.
Yeah, I mean, I could have if I listened quiet, even with the game sound. It's just hard in that environment.
How are you watching the game tonight?
I have suddenly been invited to like 6 different places, but I think I'm going to run it back to where I was for Game 1.
So you're going to a bar?
Evan, you got to realize something.
Don't you have a family?
Yes, I do have a family.
But they understand this time of year.
They do. And when you're hanging out with your kids' friends' dads, it's very easy because then all the wives commiserate with each other.
All right. Yeah, I'm staying by myself. That's how I roll.
Yeah.
So I'll count So again, I guess I'm counting the bangs, not you?
Yeah, your project, you do it.
Do you like the project or not really?
I don't like work.
It's not work.
It is work. It's a Friday night.
It's watching you're watching the basketball.
You already got to pay attention anyways because you're hosting the halftime on YouTube.
I still can't get over that it took Carton and Big Mac one halftime show for Craig to already bail out and say he can't do it.
I'm out. That wasn't fun enough.
And I'm the dopey fill-in. They find me to fill in.
Well, Craig probably looked at Gallo, looked at Hoffman, looked at Chris, and said, it's a Friday night. I'm looking at these guys.
Right. That's what it was. And they said, all right, which person at the station is a big enough loser to say yes?
Well, we're going to call it we know we'll be home.
They're like, Gio is not saying yes. We're not asking him. All right. Screw it. Hey, Ev, what you doing on Friday?
No chance I'll be at home either, so sorry.
Would you have done it?
No.
By the way, what we're talking about is that, and they started
I'll be at a friend's house drinking beer and whiskey and watching basketball.
That's perfect. All you got to do is put a Zoom on. You can take care of this. I think Tiki should do it, actually. Drunk Tiki breaking down the Knicks first half. I think people would watch that.
I'll be like, what happened?
Yeah, so Craig and Big Mac, and they did a great job. I thought it was awesome. They did like a special halftime show in the middle of Game 1. And apparently Craig can't do it today, so I'm filling in, which is a great programming decision. I'm just kidding. I'll do the best I can. And so I'm sitting in with Big Mac and Gallo and Hoff. And hopefully they understand the rules. Do you know what the rules are? The Mets are being paused, so no Mets spoilers.
Of course.
Of course. Now, the good news is the Mets don't start till 9:40.
So that actually might work out perfectly.
I think it's going to happen at the same time. I think the Met game is going to start like right at halftime.
So you just have to be on delay.
Yeah, which is not a big deal. I just don't need Big Mac spoiling it.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be the first inning. He's not going to spoil it in the first inning.
By the way, you can spoil things in the first inning. If the first hitter hits a home run, that's not a spoiler.
Who's pitching?
If Christian Scott walks the bases loaded in the first inning, that's not a spoiler.
I've learned my lesson.
What? Yeah. What?
Don't even mention Evan. A person's in the game. He'll yell, they didn't start. Don't ruin anything.
I agree. I think everything's a spoiler. Let's go to El Jefe on the Garden State Parkway. What's up, El Jefe?
Jefe.
Hey, boys. Thanks for having me on. Evan, it's nice to finally talk to you. I already know Sean and Tiki a little bit.
Yep.
I love the show. Been listening for a long time, so love you guys. Great show.
Appreciate it.
Was driving on the Parkway, heard my friend Sean Marash here talk about Sidney Sweeney for some reason. It's $7,500. Almost rode my car right into the guardrail under the Jackson Dart billboard. Dude, $7,500. Just go to your local gentleman's spot and get someone who's probably prettier than Sidney Sweeney. What are you thinking, Sean?
By the way, and I kind of was thinking the same thing. So if you're just tuning in, we were talking about the question that was asked to Jalen Brunson about what he would spend $7,500 on to see. And so I gave my sports answers. Tiki, after a long battle, said basically nothing. I'm not paying it for anything. And then Sean very flippantly was like, oh, Sydney Sweeney's stripping for me. And lap dance. And so our caller is basically saying, hey, if you're that, horned up, if you will.
Well, first of all,
can't you go in many different directions without dropping $7,500?
You can, Hefe. Go back to making videos holding a spatula and let me answer this. You go to my local spot.
Don't disrespect the Giant fans on the call list.
Look, you go to your local spot. Everybody's had the lap dance with the girl from the knee brace. How many people come out of this going, I had Sydney Sweeney, and it was quite an adventure for the 13 minutes that it happened. I mean, it's a story you tell, Evan.
13-minute lap dance?
Well,
13 minutes?
Just bear with me, Tiki. Just let a man dream.
I don't know what he's thinking.
Let me live. And just for $7,500, by the way,
and just
better be north of 10.
Just so you know, nothing's happening. Bang! Bang! That was not necessary, Mike.
You're not actually doing that.
Like nothing's happening.
I experienced that for 10 minutes. I will never have a phone virus the rest of my life.
I think he's full of crap. Kenny's in Manhattan. What's up, Kenny?
What's up, Kenny?
Oh, hey. Good to talk to you guys. Sorry, I was on hold.
Yeah.
Before I say anything about my subject, I just want to say I'm a lifetime New York Giants fan. Tiki, you're the best running back I ever saw.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. I saw them all since Gifford.
Thank you.
Now back to my two subjects. Number one, I'm raised Orthodox, and about what that caller about turning it on, you know what? It's kind of individual. I was raised Orthodox. We had what was known as a Shabbos Goy who would come in and turn on the lights and turn on whatever we needed and blah, 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 blah. So basically, it depends on how religious that caller was. That's one.
So someone can turn the TV on for you, and technically you watching it is not really breaking the rules.
It depends on who your rabbi is.
Gotcha.
If your rabbi is conservative, you might be okay. If your rabbi is a Chabadnik, you're in bad trouble.
Can I ask you a question? Let's say the rabbi is a Chabadnik, and your neighbor is not following the rules, not following the religion, and has a TV on in their house. Are you allowed to look through your window to their home and watch it, or is that breaking the rules too?
Well, listen, technically it's stretching it. Okay. It is breaking, in my opinion, raised Orthodox, and I'm no longer Orthodox. I'm married to a Shiksa goddess.
So am I.
Enjoy yourself. It's great, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you can stretch the rules any way you want. That's what a conservative rabbi might tell you. But an Orthodox Chabadnik would frown upon it and say, if you're stretching it. If it was me, I'm watching the game. And I'm also not going to a watch party tonight. I'm going to be right here in my living room in Manhattan. My wife is going to be hiding someplace because I'm very, very vocal. And let's go Knicks. The other point I wanted to make is on the price of tickets.
Yes.
And I am dying to go. And I have a relative of mine who's a season ticket holder, smart guy. He has season tickets in the 100 section. And last week, he sold 2 tickets to Tuesday's game, whatever the game is.
Monday and Wednesday, so either one, potentially.
Right.
Yep.
$26K.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. $26K. I'm laughing because it's painful. $26,000 to go to a basketball game. Like, I've told you how much I'd pay to go to a Jets Super Bowl. I couldn't pay $26,000 to go to a Jets Super Bowl. I don't think I physically can. I don't think I can. I think my wife would hunt me down. But hey, if you have it, good for you. And it goes back to what I said earlier. If you are a season ticket holder, as much as you want to be there, you are being tempted by the money goddesses. And it's a very tough temptation. As a diehard fan, what do you do? And there's no right answer, right? Like, Sean feels like he would kind of berate you a little bit as a diehard fan. Like, you're not a real fan.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like Ted DiBiase used to say, everybody's got a price.
I'm a fan of money above anything else, and I think most people are.
Yeah. So there's that number where you would sell out for a team that you love. We'll get back to your calls in a few minutes. 888-808-1019. It is a Friday, so Idiots with Idioms coming up in the 1 o'clock hour. Plus an interesting sports weekend. We'll mix in the Yankees and Mets as well. But obviously, the Knicks the headline as they get set for Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight.
I'm always busy and on the go, juggling life and family. And knowing that they're safe is the most important thing. So I turned to our partners at Slomin's. They installed the Slomin shielding system, and I love this thing. It's combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind. The best part is that I can manage everything from my phone, whether I want to turn on some music before I get into the door or want to open the garage so I can just back my car right in. I can do it right from my phone. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Slomin Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomins.com.
WFAN and Corona are throwing a watch party tonight as New York takes on San Antonio for Game 2 of the Finals. Join former player Charles Smith along with WFAN's own Positive Tommy at Blue Haven West on Houston Street in New York City. Corona will be flowing all game long with specials and swag for fans. Just like the team is on the hardwood, Corona's always smooth, always refreshing, and goes perfectly watching a game. That's Game 2 tonight, Blue Haven West on Houston Street. Enjoy Corona buckets and watch New York drop buckets with Corona and WFAN. Please drink responsibly.
Start the day with Boomer and Gio, mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
If the San Antonio Spurs want to get back in the NBA Finals, win Game 2, knotted up at a game apiece heading to Madison Square Garden, Victor Wembanyama needs to start playing like the 7'5" monster that he is and stop pretending to be Steph Curry. 9 3-point attempts in game number 1 is not going to get the job done. Wemby needs to get down low, get easy shots, and get to the free throw line. I'm Nick Costos.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
It's a Yingling thing. Knowing you should never show up empty-handed, you bring something that fits the night. Like a case of Flight by Yingling, a premium light beer that's low-calorie, low-carb, and deliciously refreshing. It's a Yingling thing. Keep it light with Flight.
Get your Yingling lager at Cowfish in Hampton Bays, Pig and Whistle on West 48th and West 6th Streets, or the Candlelight Inn in Scarsdale. Yingling Lager, an ice-cold tradition, ready to be poured. Enjoy a Yingling today.
When you own your own business, you need to keep things moving. Need to book a last-minute flight? Earn a $300 travel credit to cover that. Need to take a meeting before takeoff? Do it from the comfort of the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club. Need to catch your breath before you board? Done. Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business, the business card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Who do you think will be wearing the rings at the end of the NBA Finals? Take your shot with FanDuel, and you just might be celebrating a victory of your very own. Right now, new customers can hit the court with $350 in bonus bets guaranteed after betting $5 for 7 straight days. FanDuel is the best place to bet all of your favorite players during the NBA's biggest event. Play your game any way you want. Seek out individual player markets for baskets and rebounds, or build an epic same-game parlay for a chance at a bigger payout. It's up to you, and best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. So ready to play your game? Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to join now to get $350 in bonus bets guaranteed after betting $5 for 7 days. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. 21 and over and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. Minimum $5 wager required for 7 consecutive days. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk.
Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in-store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a hospitality manager at a 5-star hotel.
So I just checked into room 318, but someone was in there.
Room 318. Oh, you were supposed to be booked in 813, which is now booked.
So what do we do?
How about rock, paper, scissors for who gets the bed?
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis.
Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
As the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026, Bank of America knows how much hard work it takes to achieve a dream. So when it comes to owning a home, we're here to help. Get guidance and resources to buy a home you love, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Right now, you can grab a full breakfast at Dunkin' for $6. That's 2 wake-up wrap sandwiches and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. It's quick, easy, and covers your whole morning, all in one stop. Did I mention it's filling and delicious? It's a full breakfast. It's a great value, and it just makes mornings easier. So next time you're at Dunkin', don't overthink it. Order the Dunkin' $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation in times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
I don't know if you feel this way, and maybe it's the breakfast I had this morning. I'm kind of hungry here at 107.
Oh, I'm starving.
So, Sean, do your thing. Feed us.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Here we go. It's Liquid Lunch Hour here, and Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. So kind of a similar theme to yesterday, gentlemen, as I gave you the 5 things that didn't happen yet since the last time the Knicks lost a game, because it happened all the way in April.
Yep. Happened a long time ago.
Now we're going to fast forward. I'm going to give you the 5 things we will see before Aaron Judge plays a baseball game again.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
Clark Schmidt pitched for the Yankees. I think we are on track for that if we are being completely honest and truthful.
What's the timeline on Clark Schmidt?
We just got the update that he's now he's throwing off a mound. They're starting to ramp up a little more, like probably August for Clark Schmidt.
I always thought
spring
that
training, he's got it's a month and a half.
Yeah, I always figured it was going to be mid-August with him, and we were doing this much earlier in the show based on the 4 to 6 week timetable of Judge just doing nothing and then getting reimaged.
Right.
That just means between July 2nd and July 16th, he's getting another MRI, and we need everything to be great, and then he could start baseball activity. So at the best case scenario for Judge is early August. If it's not right away, now you're talking mid-August. So I would agree with you. I think we see Clark Schmidt first.
All right, here we go.
Number 4.
Geno Smith throwing interception. I think that's on the table. And before you yell about September,
what?
I think he's going to play in the preseason a little bit. So,
so you're talking about August, early
you have
August.
to factor that in.
Oh, we're including an August interception?
That's definitely happening because Judge is. We haven't picked our new dates for Judge being back yet.
Yeah.
We'll do that later. But Geno could throw an interception like August 4th.
Yeah, no, it could happen very quickly.
Yep.
But he
Or
also
August
may
15th,
not
whatever.
play a lot. He's going to hand the ball off. You know what? I would say we see Judge before Geno.
The Hall of Fame game is that early.
I think Judge, we see him before Geno throws a pick. Maybe because Geno just doesn't throw a pick. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
All right, well, let's go.
Number 3.
Odell Beckham Jr. score a touchdown.
Same thing.
Again, I think he's going to play a lot in the preseason.
He's going to need to, right?
He's got to make the team.
Yeah, that's a very different one because Odell's preseason is his regular season. Does Odell score a touchdown before Aaron Judge plays a game? No, because Odell's not going to score a touchdown. That's what I'll go with.
All right.
He could still have a good camp. I'm not burying
Do
the
you
guy.
understand that for back-to-back ones, I gave you Geno Smith throwing a pick and Odell scoring a touchdown, and you had deep thought, which tells you all you need to know about this Judge injury. It's going to be a while.
You also had me breaking down what I think is going to happen in the preseason. So that's another problem.
Well, let's close these out strong at the last two.
Number 2.
The number 2 thing we will see before Aaron Judge plays again, a Knicks NBA championship parade.
Wow, I mean, if the Knicks... I mean, if they take care of business,
that
yes.
one's highly unlikely.
What?
Highly unlikely we see a Knicks parade?
But because if they don't get the parade...
Remember, there's a lockout next year if Judge misses the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're throwing in next year based on the lockout?
You have to
situation?
factor all outs here.
No, this comes down to are the Knicks winning an
that's
NBA...
interesting then.
Are the Knicks winning an NBA championship in the next week and a half?
Yes.
Okay, so then the answer is a parade before Judge.
Right.
And last but not least,
Number 1.
the number 1 thing we will see before Aaron Judge plays again is Carlos Mendoza still managing the Mets.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, starting tonight.
I mean, the Mets are just not firing Carlos Mendoza. I have fired Carlos Mendoza 5 different times this season.
That's number 1 for Carlos Mendoza managing the Mets in back-to-back days, both looking back and looking forward.
That's true.
That's funny.
You've nailed that one. Yeah, I think we've gotten to the point with the Mets who begin a 3-game series against the Padres tonight where I don't think anything fires them. I think if they have a bad season and the season is completed as a bad season, it's more on the table during the offseason where he would be fired. But I think an in-season managerial firing, it's just if they haven't done it yet, what would have to happen for it to occur? Because, again, I've fired him 5 different times already.
Michael King on the mound versus Christian Scott.
That is right. Yeah, let's take on the Padres. The Padres have been a disaster. They just got swept by the Phillies. So
They were up there for a minute. They were hanging with the Dodgers at the beginning of the season, and then they just fell off.
Well, they were overcoming, and the Padres are weird this season, horrible years from Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado. And so a lot of those star players just haven't produced, and they were in first place like 2.5 weeks ago. But lately, they have been awful. I forget the exact stretch of losses that they've had. I think currently they're on a lose. I think they've lost 6 in a row, actually. But they haven't played well in a while. So as the Mets continue this West Coast trip, we said the schedule would stiffen. And just based on their record, they're 32-29.
5 in a row they've lost.
Yeah.
And
go back further. They've played badly.
And 9 out of their last 10.
So there you go. So the Mets are at least facing a team struggling, and we'll see if the Mets can at least start to chip more away at being under 500. As far as the Yankees are concerned this weekend, we obviously talked about the Aaron Judge injury towards the top of the show. You could rewind on the Odyssey app. It stinks for him. It stinks for the Yankees. But this team is just more equipped to deal with a Judge injury than they were in 2023 when it derailed their season, or 2022 when he was Superman. They have a better team. They have Ben Rice. They have Cody Bellinger. Look at the guys that surrounded Aaron Judge in 22 and 23. It pales into comparison. I was going through it earlier. Their second best hitter after Aaron Judge in 2023 was Gleyber Torres. Their third best hitter was DJ LeMahieu. This season, you've got Ben Rice having an MVP season, and you've got Cody Bellinger, who's had a really good year.
Right.
So they are just more equipped to deal with this injury than they were 3 years ago.
That's right. And that's just the offensive side. It's not even talking about the pitching, which has been really good as of late.
Absolutely. So I think that the news is bad because Judge isn't going to play for a while, But I think when you combine the fact that the American League is garbage, which even Sean has acknowledged, sometimes he fights with me about that because for some reason that's like an insult to the Yankees when I say that the American League is bad. It has nothing to do with the Yankees. It has to do with your competition. And it's great that your competition sucks. No one complains about that. Go take advantage of it. So the Yankees are in a spot where if they could play 500 baseball for the next 2.5 months, there's a chance they'd still be in first place, or they'd be in first place because the Rays may struggle.
They are struggling right now, but right now it's just weather the Aaron Judge absence. And when he gets back, you hope that you're in position to make a run at the end of the season.
And I'll tell you a quick story. So in 2019, I was doing the Saturday show, and I remember every Saturday when the Yankees would get hit with a new injury, I would always say, guys, they just have to weather the storm. They just have to play 500 ball and survive it. Do you know what they did in 2019?
No.
Without Aaron Judge, without Giancarlo Stanton, with everybody getting hurt, with guys like Cameron Maybin getting big at-bats, with Gio Urshela being found off the scrap heap. You know what they did?
What's that?
They won 103 games.
There you go.
They were pretty good that year. I'm surprised that Brian Cashman didn't win Sean over then with that performance.
Kiss my fatty! And you got to the playoffs and realized it was all smoke and mirrors.
They won 103 games with a bunch of backups.
You got to the playoffs and realized it was all smoke and mirrors.
That was your conclusion?
It wasn't my conclusion. It's what happened, Evan.
Or maybe the Astros buzzed their way past you.
Buzzed?
Come on.
I don't get that.
Kiss my fatty! They were accused of using buzzers that year.
Oh, that's right. I was going for a B reference.
No, I'm going through with the Astros.
Buzzer.
Yeah.
You're right.
The buzzer on what's his name?
Jose Altuve.
Full disclosure, 2 days ago I found a wasp's nest in my backyard.
Ugh.
So I've had
At
bees
least it's in your backyard, not your house.
And I got it down, but I had bees on my mind. So when you just said buzz, I'm like, what's the bee joke?
I was trying to make an excuse for
Yes.
you. Speaking of that era's Yankees, so Sonny Gray is on the mound tonight for the Boston Red Sox. I think if the Knicks didn't exist, this would be a much bigger story because, A, Sonny Gray has only faced the Yankees at Yankee Stadium one time since he's left the Yankees, which is kind of crazy. One time.
But where's he been?
He was with Minnesota. He was with St. Louis.
Well,
he's bounced around a little bit.
Yeah. But so because he's bounced around, there hasn't been a lot of continuity in the schedule.
That's
like
true.
Who he would be with on the schedule.
And does anyone remember Sonny Gray's return? Because I would argue that there's no way you remember it because Sonny Gray's one start at Yankee Stadium against the Yankees since they traded him away was on a Thursday night in 2022. That Thursday night was also week 1 of the NFL season. And so, did anybody see it?
No.
What was the game?
What was the football game?
Yeah.
Well, let me work backwards here. So it started the 22 season, which means it was the 21 football season that had the Super Bowl champion playing. The 2021 Super Bowl champion was, okay, so the Buccaneers won in 20. So in 21 that was in Kansas City. Was it? Oh, I'm remembering. Or was it the Rams? It was the Rams.
Right, yeah, it was the Rams.
Okay, so the LA Rams were playing on Thursday night. I don't know who they played.
I don't remember that.
I don't
game.
remember
Wait
the
a
game.
minute. Was this the year that they didn't do that and it was the 100-year anniversary and it was Packers-Bears?
Is that what they did? Son of a bitch. I don't remember.
There was a year like that recently.
Did you do it again, Sean? Will you ask us a question and you don't know the answer?
Evan, you just came to us with research about when Sonny Gray started. I figured you had all the numbers.
No, I didn't know have the football game. I just said there was back at Yankee Stadium since, the whole debacle of his time here. So, no, I didn't look up the game. You asked me the game.
Bills-Rams.
Oh, so I was right about the Rams. Yeah, I don't remember that game at all.
I don't remember that game at all. 31-10, Bills won on the road?
Really? Bills blew him out that night?
I have no recollection of the game.
Me either.
Do you have a recollection of Sonny Gray pitching against the Yankees that night?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. But Sonny Gray is making his return tonight, and I guess the reason why I would have more juice is when he was traded to the Red Sox, he made comments about the Yankees and about how much he hates them and hates it here. So my expectation tonight is that he's going to get mild boos. Not overwhelming boos, because I don't think you care that much about him.
I don't think that the Yankee fan cares that much anymore.
Well, that's why I say mild boos.
Yeah.
Like mild boos from his time here and being a failure here, not the boos from him being, douchey back in February.
Right. I'm trying to look at this thing from 2021 still.
What are you up to? The football game or the Sonny Gray performance? No. I don't know the rabbit hole you're down right now. Which one is it?
Of 2020, the 2021 season.
Yeah, what rabbit hole are you down?
What did you say?
Football or baseball?
Wasn't it the Bills-Rams?
September 9th, 2021.
No, September 9th, 2022.
Oh, 2022.
We said the 2021 champion was playing because I was working backwards to figure out who was in the game.
Because I was looking at the Cowboys played opening night.
Jeez.
There goes Tiki.
I was like, what are you even talking about, Sean?
There goes
Nobody
Tiki.
remembers that Sonny Gray start all of the football game.
Tiki went down the wrong rabbit hole. he was going down a rabbit hole, just the wrong one. And obviously the main event of the evening is not the Mets at 9:40 or even the Yankees against the Red Sox. And it's rare that you could say Yankees-Red Sox is not a big deal, but it's obviously the New York Knicks. And what Sean wonders about is if you are going to Yankees-Red Sox, how could you call yourself a Knicks fan?
If you better not be at Yankee Stadium tonight in a Knicks jersey. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Now, for those that are
where else are you
annoyed
going to be?
watching the Knicks game,
there's 14 million watch parties. There is, I don't know, you're home. You cannot be at Yankee Stadium tonight and call yourself a big Knicks fan.
Yeah, you can.
No,
Come
you
on.
can't. No, you can't.
so I'm very excited about this, Tiki. I don't know if you're aware, but it's all sealed and signed and delivered. On Wednesday night next week, the Knicks are playing Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Now, we don't know what the situation will be. The Knicks could be literally going for a sweep.
Hold on. Don't give it away.
Excuse me?
Don't give what you're saying away because then you're going to have people who force it, and we want everything natural.
I can't tell people what you're doing as a live science experiment on Wednesday night?
Because then the science experiment could have variables that aren't fit because they pre-heard the experiment.
No, that's you're wrong because no one's going to go out of their way to go to a sporting event just to be on WFAN and get science experimented by Sean Morash.
Now you're giving away too much. Can you just shut up for the first time in your life?
I disagree. I want to give it away. I want to tell people. I think it's a very creative thing that you're doing.
You're ruining the experiment.
It's not. Can I ask Tiki? How about this? I'm going to give you a minute to talk about whatever you want.
You know what? I'll do a fan focus here now.
Do a fan focus.
Me and Tiki are having an all-fair conversation.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The Yankees begin a weekend series with the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium tonight, something no Knicks fan should be at. A very quiet undercard for New York sports. Sonny Gray pitching at Yankee Stadium in a Red Sox uniform. The main event, of course, Game 2, NBA Finals in San Antonio. Knicks looking to go up 2-0. And then there are the Mets in San Diego facing Michael King, who they couldn't be bothered to pick up a phone and call this offseason and try to sign.
Tiki overruled me. He thinks it would ruin our science experiment next week for me to explain it on the air. So here's what I'll say to the audience, because I hate when a host a host doesn't tell you the truth. You'll get the truth on Thursday. So just bear with us. Thursday we'll make it time. We'll call it 12:30. All right, right around the Cinco de Luncho schedule time.
Maybe it will be the Cinco de Luncho.
It may be. You're going to hear the results of our science experiment that involves the Knicks. Okay, that's the only thing I'll say. And it's on air, so it's not like you're not going to be delivered. You're going to get the results of this. But Tiki agreed with Sean that me discussing the science experiment before we do it would actually negate the results.
Right. It would pollute them just enough that it might not be legitimate.
So, again, all I'll say is you will find out what we're talking about next Thursday at 12:30 right here on The Fan. Okay? Now, let's put Sonny Gray in the window seat. Why not? Can we do that? Let's find out what this guy's made of. He's facing the Aaron Judge-less New York Yankees tonight. So, Aaron Judge, you're not there, but the rest of your lineup is. How does Sonny Gray fare? Well, you're in the window seat, Sonny, and it's brought to you by Windorama. Save up to 40% on new windows and doors. Let's go to Mark in Staten Island. What's up, Mark?
Evan, I'm very disappointed in you.
Go ahead.
You sat next to Joe for, 13 years?
Love the man, yes.
You love the man. You share the misery of the Mets and the Jets with him. You had to watch his misery with the Knicks for a lot of those years.
Sure.
You have season tickets to the Knicks. They're finally in the finals, and you are not taking him to an NBA Finals game? That's a bad job by you.
Wow.
That thought had not crossed my mind. He's kind of got a point.
Is Joe calling you, Evan? Is he reaching out to you like, hey, how about the tickets?
He would never ask
Has
for
he
the
talked to
tickets.
you at all about going to a game?
No, because Joe
at
is
all this postseason.
Joe would never do. Joe
at
is
all this regular season.
Put it this way, Joe would never put me in that position. He would never.
Hey, bro, I heard you talking about me. Now you mention it.
No. Because with the Mets in the World Series, he never say, because he's a diehard Met fan.
I like Joe Benigno.
He never said, hey, take me to the World Series, because he knows I'm a season ticket holder. He knows I spend a lot of money, and he'd feel bad. Joe's too classy to act.
Wake up and stop being an ass.
I'm going to go down a rabbit hole here, Evan.
What?
Do you believe that everybody in New York can afford Knicks season tickets?
No.
Okay. How do you afford Knicks season tickets? Just answer the questions. We will have rebuttals after.
Because I don't know.
Because you have a good job, right?
Yes, I have a good job.
You have a good
here,
career
WFAN.
going here?
Yeah.
Do you believe you have the same career without the long-lasting success of the Joe and Evan show on WFAN?
Absolutely not. Joe B is a major, major credit.
They stink. They absolutely stink.
So while you have absolutely made a name for yourself, is it not fair to say that the show where Joe, let's be honest, for a long time was the main attraction people were tuning in for?
That's a good point.
I felt violated.
Is not how you're here financially buying Knicks season tickets, and for this guy who might drop dead next year at his age.
Wow, you're owing it to him.
You can't bring this guy to an NBA Finals game. Instead, you're just scalping to some fan on the internet?
First of all, I don't like that term necessarily.
Well, that's technically what you did, but not really what you did.
This is a terrible job.
Because it was through approved sources. So
Yeah.
it's not scalping. It's just kind of inflating the price so people can make money.
I've done nothing.
Which is actually scalping.
What? You're ashamed of me?
Yes, because that should have been your first thought. I spilled water everywhere. For your first thought, should have been, Joe is my Knicks guy. I owe it to him. We finally made it a game. He's got to be at a game.
If Joe knew, and probably would know, how much the tickets are going for, I think he would. I don't think he'd accept it. I think he'd feel like he'd be just like, there's no way I could accept that when my old partner here is going to lose out on that. So I don't even. I don't think he would ever accept it.
What a goddamn disgrace.
You make him accept it, Evan.
Sean,
You're a bad friend.
Sean, I hate you. And I hate that caller because now I feel like the worst human
Now
being
it's out
in the
there.
world.
And now it's out there.
Yeah.
And now you're thinking about it.
And I feel horrible
You're
now.
a piece of garbage.
Jeez. I hate you, Sean. I'll never forgive you. Anyhow, Idiots with Idioms is coming up in a few minutes, which we always look forward to. And more of your calls at 888-808-1019. Contractors, when deadlines are tight, you need a supplier that moves like you do. Windorama keeps the Northeast's largest in-stock selection of Anderson windows, patio doors, and storm doors ready for same-day pickup or next-day delivery. Need custom assemblies? They build them in-house to keep your jobs on track. And with Rama Rewards for pros, earn up to 2% back, plus perks like free delivery. Windorama for pros, your job, your deadline, your team. Visit windorama.com/4-pros to learn more.
The Travelers Championship. This is where greatness locks in, where the wins hit harder. 4 perfect days in June. See returning champion Keegan Bradley and more of the world's best like Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, and Cameron Young at nearby TPC River Highlands, June 24th through the 28th. For tickets and information, go to TravelersChampionship.com. The Travelers Championship. Now is the time. This is the place.
You ever wonder why, Fanatics Sportsbook is America's fastest growing sportsbook? Other sportsbooks, well, their rewards are just the same. Same old. But FanCash is the ultimate sports currency, and betting with Fanatics lets you stack FanCash. With Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get up to 10% FanCash back on your wagers. Win or lose, use your FanCash to unlock the world of Fanatics with unlimited profit boosts, exclusive merch, collectibles, game tickets, and so much more. If you want value for bets, Fanatics will always have your back. Did I also mention they're giving away millions in FanCash this year with games like FanCash Drop? Tap it every Friday and see what the fuss is all about. So switch to a sportsbook that will always give you more to play with. Go check it out yourself and download the Fanatics Sportsbook app today. Winning, it's different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonades plus vodka. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka or Surfside Lemonade and Vodka like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21, please drink responsibly.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with Westwood Lawn Sports. NBA Finals Game 2, Knicks Spurs, and I think we're in store for plenty of points because we'll be in store for plenty of fouls. Tony Brothers is the crew chief for tonight. In games he has ref this year, the over is 44-28. I think the Spurs and Knicks offenses will look a bit better than they did in Game 1 anyway. They both shot miserably from deep. But now that Brothers is the ref, we'll see probably 50 points from the charity stripe alone. So I'll take the over. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Hey, Metro New York. Ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released third-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Looking for the best value on new tires? Get to Town Fair Tire. We honor every valid manufacturer's and competitor rebates and give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's our employee pricing sale. You pay what we pay. Lease a 26 Nautilus for $563 a month.
36-month lease requires $58.20 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires July 6th.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest inventory of name brand tires at discount prices, including Michelin tires, which give you the perfect match. A relaxing driving experience from your vehicle, along with all-season design for ultimate performance that stands out from the crowd. And Town Fair stands out from other dealers with a guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires and gives you more free services for life than anywhere. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Living with a chronic illness that requires IV medication? Say hello to state-of-the-art private suites for all of your infusion needs at ThriveWell Infusion, providing exceptional care, comfort, compassion, and convenience. Visit ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives, drip by drip.
This ain't pop. This ain't pretty. This is Southern hospitality. The Black Crowes, Whiskey Myers, blues-soaked guitars, outlaw swagger. Rock and roll the way it was meant to be. Loud, raw, and real. The Southern Hospitality Tour. The Black Crowes. Whiskey Myers. Saturday, June 20th, Prudential Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They are the real deal. Go to EdisonHVAC.com.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, in the game, you always need a backup plan, and your phone is no different. A second line from Red Pocket Mobile is perfect for side gigs, keeping your work and personal numbers separate, and just staying connected without the big carrier price tag. Starting at just $10 a month, you get your choice of 3 major 5G networks with no contracts or credit checks. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
Yo! How we doing on this Friday? Obviously, New York Knicks basketball later tonight. Yankees and Mets are also in action, so a very busy sports weekend, and we're a few minutes away from the ever-popular Idiots with Idioms.
Yeah, but before we get to that, did you know that WFAN, our station, and Corona are throwing a watch party tonight? As the New York Knicks take on the San Antonio Spurs for Game 2 of the NBA Finals, join former player Charles Smith along with WFAN's very own positive Tommy Lugauer at Blue Haven West on Houston Street in New York City. Corona will be flowing all game long with specials and swag for fans. Just like the team is on the hardwood, Corona is always smooth and always refreshing and goes perfectly watching a game. That's Game 2 tonight at Blue Haven West on Houston Street. Enjoy Corona buckets and watch New York drop buckets with Corona and WFAN. And by the way, please drink responsibly.
You remember the pandemic and how it shut down everything and like our world stopped for a few months? There are a bunch of events in sports that occurred in the weeks leading up to the pandemic that are forgotten about because the pandemic sucked the air out of everything else. One of those things is the hiring of Leon Rose. Leon Rose was hired, I would say, about a month before the world shut down. It was in the middle of another bad Knicks season. He got the job. There was a lot of uncertainty on what Leon would do. Would he actually be the answer?
I didn't remember the timing on that.
Yeah, it was about February of 2020. So I'm talking about a month and a half. And it gets forgotten about. Like when you think of the timetable of Leon Rose, you almost forget that that's when it happened. The other major story that occurred, and the only reason I'm bringing it up again is because of what's going on right now with Aaron Judge, is this story from March 6th, 2020, a week before the world shut down. Aaron Judge reveals the rib fracture, the same injury he's dealing with right now, and said that he felt a, quote, crack and a pop in his chest on a diving catch last September, but it took 6 months to diagnose the rib fracture. And that was the injury he suffered in September, but it wasn't diagnosed till March of 2020. And the reason why that news is buried is because they didn't play baseball till late July. And so once baseball resumed, Aaron Judge was good to go. And that's why that injury is not as memorable as a lot of the other injuries that Aaron Judge has faced, because it never impacted games missed.
Yeah, but it also, it makes you think that this could be really bad for Aaron Judge and the Yankees, because if he did that in September and then 6 months later, it still caused them to miss games. Would have missed games.
Well, because they didn't diagnose it in September.
Yeah, I understand that. But even if you don't diagnose something, you would think in some capacity it heals a little bit.
And he also had the offseason for it to heal.
And it didn't.
That's
no
the
surgery, right? No, like I don't even know if there's a surgery that you can do. It's a stress fracture.
It's rest.
It's just rest.
So think about this. Now, while Aaron Judge was probably working out during the offseason, and he probably shouldn't have been doing that, he was not playing baseball between October and late February, and it took until late February, early March for the Yankees to diagnose it, and we don't know when he would have come back. He did play once the season started in 2020, but I am now finding that injury is fascinating to me because it has been diagnosed as the same injury.
in terms of the rib that got fractured.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know yet how he fractured this one, if it was similar to the one from 2020.
I'm sure it was. I mean, he's a big dude, and when he lays out, it's a lot of pressure coming down on his body, right? His internal structure, the bones, etc. And it's easier for smaller guys to do that because you don't land as hard. He just lands hard.
Yep. No doubt. Anyhow, throughout the week, we make mistakes with idioms. Many months ago, a caller called up and said we should collect all the mistaken idioms and have a segment out of it. We listen to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, every Friday, right around this time, we check in on all the station's mistaken idioms in a little segment we like to call Idiots with Idioms.
Hey, you know what time it is? It's Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with Idioms.
Here he was doubling down on it.
You guys are dumb.
If it is thoracic outlet syndrome.
Shut up, Woody, no pecker.
How could that not be more abundantly clear? Is it abundantly or abundantly? Doesn't matter. You really expect much here as far as the wordsmanship? Easy for me to say. Ask Tommy anything.
Other than impacting the rim and impacting what the Knicks do in the paint, you haven't seen anything from Wamby either. And
Extremely narpy.
Marcus Simeon or Jorge Polanco, as ideal as that not is, or as ideal as that not, as ideal as that isn't.
Like a loser.
I'm a loser.
I batted my head agast the wall all night, Tiki.
bad coaching.
I want to play. We all do.
I want to
so
play.
let's just we have to compartmentalize this.
Yeah.
30 and a 4 half hours. Oh, I said that wrong. My bad.
It's Garver out to give Hancock a blow.
Hold mine! History proved me right on that because they came out flat as a doornail.
A nice round ass.
They tickle your niblets when. In a world where you're demasculated, if you talk about your male.
Be careful with that.
The last couple of days, Jared Young and Eggman, the other 2 days ago.
The night before, I made the mistake of texting Eggman. Eggman.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Would it have been better if he just said, "I'm sorry, I don't really care. I just did something off the tip of my head." And
What? The story had run its course. Let sleeping dogs lay. Or lie.
Lie.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Since 7.
Then it dawned on me that we do have someone coming in today who enjoys cheeseless pizza.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And it involves heavy balls. Heavy balls can drop. And you're really just the nipple of the Knicks.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
I agreed to do the overnight. I agreed to do night out. The late. Help me out, please.
The late night. The late night.
What is this show called? The after hours.
After hours.
Jeez.
I won't lead us. Sustaining a bruise to his right wrist. This wasn't a malicious situation, however.
Nah, your cockless didn't necessarily vibe with us.
They know that we know that we know that they know that we all know what we know.
And we all know about the admirable Dave Robin. The Admiral.
Yeah.
I'm reporting it's the Admirals.
That's a warm hole you don't want to go down.
But if he's
Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with idioms.
That may have been the most loaded week of all time.
That's a good one.
That was unbelievable. Between all of us being involved, Gary Cohen made a little appearance. Todd Zeal made an appearance.
Wow.
Todd Zeal and Sean Morris.
they don't even know they're being evaluated for this.
No, they have no idea. It's completely unfair. Sean and Zeal both screwed up Eric Wagaman's name.
Why?
The exact
Why is that
same
so
name.
hard?
I don't know. I was combining Wagaman with trying to talk to Evan about Wagaman, and I came up with Eggman. I don't know what I was doing.
What's Zeal's excuse?
I don't know. What do you call him? Hedgeman?
No, he
Hedgeman.
called him the same thing you did, Eggman.
Eggman. I don't know, man.
Is there an Eggman?
No.
Well,
There's no player
No.
named Eggman.
No,
that he might have in all his travels as a broadcaster, or even as a player, he could have gotten Eggman.
No, it's a case at the end of the aisle.
I think you almost forgot his name, but you know it's a Agaman, and so you forget what to put in front of it. Are you putting a wog? Are you putting an egg? What are you putting in front of him? All I know is Eric Wagaman is still a New York Met, even if we forget how to say his name. So what a week it was. Idiots with idioms every single week right here on The Fan. Annabelle is in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Good afternoon, Annabelle.
Hey, guys, Evan and Tiki, great show. I want to say something. New York. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Okay.
I am pumped up for the Knicks. for tonight.
Nice. I love it.
I am pumped up, man. Let me tell you, when they came back from 13, 14 points back, I never gave up. I said, they're going to come back. They're going to come back.
You're not alone in that regard. And, it's funny. I'm doing that halftime thing for Craig tonight where we're going to be on at halftime, me and Big Mac and Pete Hoffman.
You mean just you?
I mean, possibly just me because Big Mac's at a bar and the Wi-Fi probably won't work.
Uh-huh.
So it may just be me talking about the Knicks, which I will for 15 minutes. I'm more curious, and Annabelle, I think, represents a lot of Knicks fans.
I thought we were getting like a faux Buchanan thing.
Oh, no. He was just really pumped up. He just didn't know what song to sing.
We are the New York Knicks.
So he sang Who Let the Dogs Out.
Yeah, but it sounded like Go Buchanan, Go Buchanan.
Oh, because he said Go New York, Go New York.
Go New York, Go New York. Wait, what do we got here?
Yeah, no, he was just very excited.
We are the New York Knicks.
But I think the Knicks fan is now in a spot, and I do not blame you. I understand this, where no matter what the halftime score is, you will have confidence they're going to come back.
Yeah, unless they're down by 30. Which is not going to be the case.
Yeah, that would be, I guess, pushing the envelope. But even down 20. Let's just say they're down by 20 at the half.
Right,
Again,
we've
not
seen this
likely.
already.
I think there would be a level of they're going to make a run and they're probably going to come back.
Yep.
Like I think the Knicks fan is now, and it's been earned, so it just doesn't come out of nowhere. It's been earned based on the performance that you're always going to believe in this team.
Isn't that the cliche in basketball? It's like, it doesn't matter what the score is in the third quarter. Yeah, they're down by 10. It doesn't matter. It's going to get tight at the end of the game. The Knicks really do espouse it. If you feel that when you watch them. It doesn't matter if they're up or down. They're always going to be in the game.
And you always believe they're going to win.
Yep.
I mean, I was watching those guys the
How
other
can
night.
you not? They've won 12 in a row.
No, I get it. That's why I say they've earned it. This is not uncalled for. But I was watching the guys the other night during halftime, and they all universally at the end of breaking it down said, I think we're going to win. And I couldn't even blame them for it. They were down by 7 at the half. Remember, there was a late 3 that was hit that got it to 7, but I understand. And so I think our last caller with his enthusiasm represents a lot of Knicks fans who right now, no matter how this game plays out tonight, at every moment, you're going to believe you're going to come back. Let's go to Josh in Boonton, New Jersey. What's up, Josh?
Hey, guys. Before I make my Knicks point, I just have to publicly call out Steve Cohen and the New York Mets. So my wife and I are doing a fundraiser for our daughter who has cerebral palsy, and we're trying to get a wheelchair van. It's no longer safe for her to go in a normal car. Shout out to all the local sports teams, the Mets, the Knicks, the Jets, the Giants, even the Eagles, as much as it kills me. And every team said yes. The Yankees donated like $1,500 in tickets, and the Mets simply said no. Really? I love the Mets. I have a logo tattooed on my leg. Obviously, I can't get rid of it, and I will always love the Mets, but they are frustrating me because they won't help out my wheelchair 3-year-old. Wow. But whatever, had to get it off my chest. Maybe Steve Cohen will hear it, and he can, buy us the wheelchair van. It's like 57 cents compared to how much he's worth, but whatever.
Well, I hope he does. I'm glad you said it because I'm surprised. I mean, there's a lot of things to rip the Mets about. I wouldn't have expected that, but hopefully getting it out there maybe shames them enough to do the right thing.
That would be nice, especially when the Mets are so terrible that if he donated 50 tickets, it's like $7.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
I get you.
I'm a diehard Knicks fan as well. I'm a Mets, Knicks, and Jets fan, and I am 33 years old, so I've never seen them be good at all. I've never obviously seen a championship. I don't really remember 2000 very much because I lived in, my parents were in Florida at the time, so I don't remember watching it because I was kind of too young.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to deal with it. I remember 2015 with the Mets. That was a great moment in my life, but I was also getting married at the time, so I was very distracted. I can't handle this. I was crying during the Knicks game, when they were going on their runs. I was getting emotional. It was almost like when my kids were born. I couldn't hold back the tears. I was too nervous to eat, and then I was starving. My body, if the Knicks go 7, I'm going to be in the hospital. I won't be able to handle it. I haven't figured out how to be a normal sports fan.
It's tough, Josh, because you've actually gone through the easiest run to 3 wins away from a championship one can have.
No, you're
and
right.
yet you still feel that way. You haven't really been given the stress.
It's because it's the final now. Like the Eastern Conference final, the second round, all that stuff. That's great, but those are just playoff games.
But imagine, and
now you're in the finals.
Imagine now, maybe you won't imagine because Sean has said the Knicks can win in 4. That's starting to become a popular belief, and they could.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine you lose tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You now have the entire weekend to think about a loss. Now, that's not the end of the world. You still would feel really good about the team going into Monday, but you haven't experienced that since the first round.
And you know what's crazy? Think about the last time we talked about a Knicks loss.
Yeah, it was the day after the draft.
And it's not even that. The last time we talked about a Knicks loss, the narrative was, is Mike Brown the right coach for this team? Did they mess up by bringing in Mike Brown? Because they would have then lost. Quinn Snyder would have outcoached him, and they would have lost to a team that is inferior to them and probably not ready to be where they would have been if they would have beat the Knicks.
Right.
And now we're talking about how amazing he is.
Yeah.
So the last time they lost, the narrative was Mike Brown might be the wrong coach. If they lose again, it's still the narrative is going to be. Well, they still won in San Antonio. They're still going to win the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I think it would take a few losses for that shield of confidence to go away because they've earned so much. But I get the stress of sports. I've said this comment a lot that sometimes you ask yourself why you're a sports fan when you're going through pain, when you're going through the stresses. I'm in a weird spot because none of my team's playing meaningful games, so I haven't really been stressed in a long time. I'm very relaxed. But when your team is in the playoffs, you're very, very stressed.
Yeah.
And I understand it. I respect it. But to the Knicks fan, you haven't been stressed in a month and a half. Oh. And so what would it feel like? It would probably be a weird feeling to actually lose and face adversity. And again, you may not. You may not lose. You may never face adversity. And maybe that's going to be the craziest thing about the Knicks finally winning a championship, that it comes with zero stress for 2 months. That would almost be incredible in its own way. But as of right now, your only stress is in-game moments. But even in those in-game moments, you know and believe you're going to win.
It just hit me. The last time the Knicks lost a game, who did the Yankees lose to on the same night?
They lost to hold on, let me think about this. The Mets were playing the Twins, and the Yankees were playing the Red Sox.
I'm assuming the Reds. Yeah, I was
Red Sox.
It's got to be the Red Sox. That's the only reason you would have brought that up.
That was the last time the Yankees played the Red Sox.
Yeah. So what does that mean? I don't understand.
Full circle. Maybe this is how it ends for the Knicks tonight. This win streak is another Yankee-Red Sox series.
Yeah, but you've already picked the Knicks sweep, so you can't sit here and say,
I'm not saying that. I'm just, if they lose tonight, remember the Yankees-Red Sox is the problem.
One thing I also need to remember is, I haven't done it yet today, so let me just squeeze it in real quick. It's a question that I'm sure 9 of us have, and we ask ourselves every day when we wake up. We ask ourselves, how does Sean Mark still have a job? Agreed. Have no idea. Let's go to Evan in Sparta. What's up, Evan?
I don't know how I'm supposed to follow up a guy trying to get a wheelchair for his daughter. Listen, it's been a minute, especially since you guys had changed the time that you guys are on. So hope all is well. I love the idiots with idioms, but I have a question. Will we ever hear from our good friend Bad Tiki again?
It's a great question. I'd love to know the answer. I don't know. Like, Bad Tiki still exists. Like, the last I heard is he was sent to prison like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
He made one appearance when all the rumors came out about the lineup change.
Yes, here.
And he came in and insulted everybody.
Yep.
I mean, he was just burning it all down, and then he was gone again. So we've literally heard from Bad Tiki once in the last year, because I think he was arrested a year ago.
Yeah. And
so
also,
I don't know.
When he got out, you were home more at night. He couldn't pop by your house.
Say it one more time.
You weren't working afternoons.
Oh, so you're making one of those innuendo jokes.
He is the one that has made those jokes.
Oh, has he said that?
I think he's now distanced himself.
He's distanced himself from that.
He can't handle your time change.
Here's all I know. Bad Tiki.
He like Mrs. Roberts.
Yes, he's making innuendo towards that whole bit from Bad Tiki. Bad Tiki could pop up whenever.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost a surprise scenario.
Yeah.
He could be with Al Cintron on a float in a couple weeks.
I mean, it's entirely possible. I heard Al Cintron's going to be in the building at Madison Square Garden, as is Anthony Gallo.
Really?
So there will be a few FANers invading Madison Square Garden on Monday night. Now, the real question is...
Oh, I thought you meant tonight.
No, tonight. Oh, because tonight's the watch party. I apologize.
Right.
I think I was talking about the actual game.
Right.
Here's the real question. And we laid this out at the very beginning of the show when we figured it out. No NBA team has lost the first 2 games of an NBA Finals at home and come back. That's what the Knicks could do tonight to San Antonio if they win. They could go up 2-0 and put the Spurs in a spot in which no team has ever come back from.
Yes.
They could also set themselves up to possibly sweep the Spurs by taking care of business at Madison Square Garden. When we are here Monday at 10 a.m., we're going to be getting everybody ready for an incredible night in New York sports because it is a building in our city that will be packed for the NBA Finals. So, Tiki Barber, on Monday at 10 a.m., will the Knicks be up 2-0
Yes.
or will the series be tied?
I already told you what's going to happen. I dreamed it.
Well, you can say it into a microphone right now.
I already did.
Yeah, but that was 2 hours ago.
They're up 2-0.
And how will they win this game?
They're going to win by 30.
Wow, win by 30.
I dreamed it, so it must happen.
All right.
I woke up thinking it had already happened.
Sean Morash.
110-91 Knicks win.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what to think anymore because my brain, my soul as a sports fan says this really can't happen, but the basketball tells me it will happen. I'll stick with it. Spurs are going to escape 99-98. So the Knicks will lose a third postseason game all by 1 point. Anyhow, I'll talk to you tonight because I'm doing that halftime thing with Big Mac on the FAN YouTube page. Craig and Big Mac are coming up next. We'll talk to you Monday.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
There's nothing quite like playoff hockey, and we saw that again last night. The Carolina Hurricanes